2 months. Okay. So little kids, little problems, big kids, big problems. Being a parent is a consequence. Can it be great? Can it be amazing? Absolutely. Do I love my children? Would I do anything for them on this earth within my powers to do so? I absolutely fucking would. But being a parent is a consequence.
No, I don't think it's a consequence.
Oh, it
That makes
is.
it
You
sound
have a
like it's a
2 month.
bad thing.
You have a 2 month old.
It's a
Just
wonderful thing. It's our purpose on Earth.
you have a 2 month old,
It's our
and
job on Earth to procreate.
no,
No,
that's no, it's not. It's absolutely not.
Yo,
I mean, as
there's
an
nothing
animal,
altruistic about having kids.
I mean,
Having kids
no,
is
but
one of the
as
most
every,
selfish things you could
right.
possibly do.
But if we don't have kids, we'll go extinct. So yeah, it is our purpose on Earth.
Cool.
That's
I
the
mean,
purpose of every
if we
living organism is to
if we don't
reproduce.
address global warming, we'll also go extinct. Like,
No, probably not.
yeah,
If the
the
world was
Earth
going to
will
end in
become
10 years, nothing
uninhabitable.
we could. Yeah, maybe 100,000 years from now.
So we shouldn't care about that because it's not going to impact you personally. It's not going to
Well, when it
impact your
becomes
child
uninhabitable,
personally.
we'll either find another planet. Well,
This
it's
is
not going to
crazy
affect
town.
my children, not at 100,000 years. But at that point, we should cross that bridge when we come to it. But until then, I think we should
No,
be more
but we've already
responsible
come to
for
that
all of
bridge.
a lot of the things that we do just don't make any sense. Like, why don't we burn
Joel,
our garbage?
you live in Florida. You know
Yeah,
about the coral
why
reef
don't,
bleachings.
right,
That
but
is
why don't we burn our
consequences
garbage?
because it causes pollution.
Not if you do it properly.
There are places where you are in fact permitted to burn your trash.
No, but I'm saying like Singapore burns their garbage and then takes the ash and uses it to repave the roads. That's genius. Why don't we do that?
Because this is America.
Right,
Ask
but
the,
I think that we
ask the
should.
EPA.
But also things like wind farms will never replace their carbon footprint. It's a total sham. Nuclear energy is cleaner than wind energy.
Okay, so we're moving away to something totally different than what we were discussing
Well, I just
initially.
feel like
I
as far
just
as abortion is concerned, we are in two very different positions, and I'm not going to convince you, and you're certainly not going to convince me.
Joel, I think as a human being, right? Um,
I think as a human being,
as
it's wrong to unalive another human being who's innocent.
but they're not human beings yet.
Are they not human beings, or are they not innocent?
They're going through fetal development. Are they innocent? I mean, what's innocent? Are they
Oh,
subject to law? So
so
like,
what
is there like some kind of moral obligation that an underdeveloped brain pathway is obligated to follow? Like they're not subject to moral, ethical, or any kind of legal repercussions for anything. So you can't even define it as a human being under any one of those
Can a
topics.
cow give birth to a horse?
No,
Because they're not the same species.
correct.
So is your offspring the same species as you?
Yes.
So if you are human, that would make it
Eventually a human being.
no, that would make it human from conception.
It would be a human fetus.
No, a cow's fetus is never a horse.
I mean, a donkey and a horse can have a baby.
I mean, they should.
It doesn't
But
mean
that
it
that baby,
should. It can
yeah,
happen.
but that
They're
it's
close
still a
enough.
mule.
Okay.
It's
But
not a
but
cow.
but
They can't have a cow baby.
sure, but it's not a
But also
donkey,
a
but it's
donkey,
not
yeah,
a
but
donkey
also a
nor is it
donkey.
a horse.
Right, but a donkey and a horse and a zebra are the same.
No,
They
zebras
are
are
the
not.
same.
Zebras are not the same.
Yes, but they can be bred together, so
No,
they are the same.
they cannot.
Okay, a Shih Tzu and a German Shepherd are still dogs.
Sure. Joel, my point to you is understand that you, and this is very important, that you will never understand what it's like to live as a woman. That you will never understand what it is like to experience pregnancy or childbirth. And because
Okay,
you can't, wait, just let me finish. And because you can't, and because you will only see things from the outside, it is your job, it is your moral obligation as a human being to have compassion and empathy for people who are put in places where they have to make those decisions. And you don't
but
have
I
to
also
agree with
have
them. Wait,
compassion and empathy
wait.
for the unborn
But you
children.
don't have to agree with those people who exist on this planet as sentient beings who may already be parents. But you should support their decision because they know what they can and cannot handle. Just be
I just looked it
supportive.
up.
You don't have to agree with it. Just be
But
supportive. That's it.
I
Just say,
just looked
"Hey,
it up.
listen, I don't
I'm
agree
not
with you
supportive.
doing that. I don't agree with you doing that." If they are having the discussion with you, but it is
No, I
not
just
your job, nor should you judge
Bro spends
anybody
so
else.
much time trying to like respond that he never even listens to
right.
anything.
So
He's such a
you just
waste.
Jones, you just said that a zebra is not a horse, so a zebra is a part of the
equine.
Equidae
Yeah,
family,
I know that.
Oh,
which
thank God.
includes horses.
Correct. And donkeys.
So they would be the same species.
They're the same from the same clade, not the same species.
You're a fucking saint, John.
They're from the same clade, not same species.
Are you guys sitting on the same couch?
Yes, we live together.
So why do you have separate? Oh, never mind. That is freaking trippy. It looks like it looked like your arm was like 4 times the length of what it should be, Jones. But something that is not the same cannot produce offspring that is something completely different. Like you don't have a cow give birth to a pig. So if the baby that you are giving birth to is a human and you are a human, then at every stage of development it is a human.
No,
It is
It
human.
is of human DNA. It's not a human being. Like,
Why is it not? What is
we've
a
already
human being?
explained this. Like somebody who's born.
No.
Yes.
Well, okay, so technically a human being
Like
is a primate.
they've had no lived experience. They haven't lived a life.
Lived experience doesn't make you human.
Well, being existent in society does in fact make you human. Like if you don't
So a
exist within a
human
society.
being is any individual of the genus Homo, especially a member of the species Homo sapiens.
Correct.
So they are Homo sapiens.
I said they have human DNA. That does not make them a human being.
Why are they not a human being?
Because they're not
if
a
they are
being. They don't.
They
They
are a
don't.
being.
No, they're not. They don't exist.
They exist.
They don't
They do
exist
exist.
outside of the body. They do not.
So
because if,
so what are
if,
you
if no rads were to be pregnant,
So what are you? Yeah.
if
So
no
what are
rads
you
were to
aborting
be
if they don't
pregnant,
exist?
if no rads were to be a clump of cells, if no rads were to be pregnant and pass
Everyone's a
away
clump of cells.
and pass away at 8 weeks, you cannot take that clump of cells out and create a human being with it.
No, a human being's already created.
No, it's not. Because then otherwise you'd be able to take it out and quite literally have it live as a person.
Okay, then if your argument is it's not a human yet, then what is your argument for after 22 weeks or whatever the youngest premature baby has been born at?
What do you mean my excuse?
What is your excuse
I
if
have
your
no
argument
excuse. If
is
they
that
want
it's not
to
a
end the
human?
pregnancy, they should be able to end the
So,
pregnancy.
okay, so then when does it become a human being?
When it is born.
No, you can survive before it's born. That's what premature births are a thing.
Sir, I think that NORAD's already explained this to you. If you have an abortion past the point of viability, it does not necessarily mean that the child is not going to survive.
Okay, so now we recognize that it's a child. What is a child?
Past the point of viability.
What is a human child?
I don't understand the question at this
So
point.
we recognize that abortion is ending the life of a child.
No, abortion ends a pregnancy.
It's a pregnancy.
Pregnancy of what?
A woman.
Not
A woman
necessarily.
who is a what?
No.
A human being.
No.
A human being, which is what?
Nope.
How many
We do
women
the
here
same
that are
thing.
not human beings?
We do the
weird.
same thing with animals, my guy. We actually even do spay aborts.
Sure do.
Okay.
So like, it's not exclusive to human beings. We don't have to see a problem with it.
We are talking about human beings.
So
We're not talking about gorillas.
no. If we're talking about life is life. So if we do, should we stop doing spay aborts on all dogs, on cats?
I never said that it was
No,
wrong
but
to kill animals. I'm not.
But
a
they're
vegan,
living beings.
and it's okay to eat them.
Yeah, hold
You
on.
eat dogs and
Where
cats?
do we draw the line in this morality? This
Do I
vain morality?
personally? No. Do I think that someone who eats dogs and cats is morally decrepit? Also, no.
Who the fuck is
that's what
talking
you-
about eating animals, my guy? We're talking about
just said
life.
that
You said
okay.
life. So why is it different between
Okay.
Yeah,
a dog and a cat and doing spay
that's what I'm saying.
aborts?
Where do we draw
You-
this line in vain
Right.
morality?
Jones, do you eat people?
Do I eat people? Well, it depends
Sometimes.
on what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, you nasty. No, do you eat human beings? Do you devour? No.
Yes.
I didn't end up
No,
with 8
you do
kids
not.
by accident.
Oh my gosh. You.
No further questions.
I hate that was. I would actually come to your stand-up show and laugh at your jokes, Jones.
Am I a cannibal? The answer is no. I don't.
Okay,
I do not
fine.
consume human meat.
I heard
But do
humans
you-
are gamey, and I don't even like rabbits, so I would pass on the human
Right.
being meat.
Yeah, I don't know. Never
I
tried
know.
it.
I heard that you like catch diseases and stuff from it. And,
Potentially, I would suppose.
Do you eat steak? Do you eat chicken? Do you eat eggs? Do you eat goats?
But I'm not the one who's feigning this morality.
Right, but you don't see the same issue with someone who, like, if you knew that I was eating human beings,
But are
devouring
you a
human
vegan?
beings, you would say, oh, that's not okay. I'm going to report that to the police.
I would report that to the police if you were eating dogs and cats too.
I don't think it's no, actually.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to eat dogs and cats?
Didn't
wouldn't,
Trump
'cause
didn't
it's
Trump pass a
disgusting.
pact act to say against animal cruelty?
I
So,
don't know.
Yeah.
so
Trump passed
here's
a
what
pact act, you know what I'm saying, like against animal
So-
cruelty. So I'm pretty sure that it is. I'm pretty sure
I know
it
that
is
in
a
Springfield,
pact.
Ohio, they were not eating the dogs and cats, but
They
they were
certainly
eating
weren't.
the Canadian geese,
No, they
which
weren't.
was very interesting.
No,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
weren't.
were.
No, they weren't. The geese, that geese, the goose that the person saw carrying was already dead. They were just cleaning up. It was literally a sanitation worker.
Yeah, they were eating it. There was not a sanitation.
It was. They've already released the information.
I'm from Beaver Creek, Ohio. It's 2 towns over is Springfield.
Okay, I got it. And anyway, there's a whole goose hunting seasons. I don't give a shit about people eating geese.
Me either.
Right, but you care about people eating dogs and cats?
I
If they're
actually-
stealing them from
so-
people to eat, yeah, that's a
So,
problem.
Okay, stealing them from people, but what if they were breeding them to eat?
I would also think that was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Domesticated animals, breeding them to eat. Yeah, I would think that was awful.
So I
what
personally don't agree with hunting for sport. I
Yeah,
only
me
agree
neither.
with hunting for resource.
For resources,
Like if you're going to unalive it and you're going to eat
Isn't
it,
that illegal?
cool. But if you're going
Isn't
to
hunting for
unalive,
sport considered poaching?
no,
no, it's not.
Really?
there's
And-
tons of
Oh, I
sports
didn't know
hunting.
that.
Like if you're gonna go here in the state of Florida and you're gonna boar hunt, cool. As long as you're gonna eat it. If you're not
Wait,
eating
what?
it and you're just killing it to kill it, then that's TikTok. We're talking about hunting. We're not talking about something that is illegal. Please chill out. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
But yeah, but what if it's so I know that shoot, I think in Texas, because I got invited to one of these hunts. So in Texas they have a problem with wild boar. They're either overpopulated or they're killing off some other animal or something. But you can
Yeah.
actually hunt them from a helicopter with a fully automatic machine gun.
Totally disagree with that.
No, that you can't, like you legally can. I was invited
Yeah, and
to
I
do one of those
disagree with
hunts.
that.
Yeah, I think that's disturbing.
First of all, that is
And I know in
That
Ohio
is the
you can
coward's
hunt.
way of doing.
What are those black? What are the black birds that they're like slightly blue and they're black and blue?
Ravens?
And they're
Pheasants?
they come in big swarms and it looks like a cloud, a black cloud when you see it.
don't know.
Let me think here. Give me 1 second. Starlings. You can hunt starlings. I think the government will pay you like it's like 5
But
cents.
it's
or
a
2
form of
cents or something.
population control because they're
Because
becoming
they're horrendously overpopulated. Well, in Florida, well, I don't know. I have to say this like you guys don't live here. If you catch, is it Burmese pythons? If you catch Burmese pythons,
Yeah, but because
The
they're an
government will
invasive
pay you for
species,
that.
they don't.
Yeah, they're
belong
not
here.
native to Florida.
but wouldn't that be considered? I guess I don't know if that's
It's
sport hunting, but that's not hunting for food. Actually, though, they do eat the python.
They do it.
Apparently
Yeah, people eat snake. Yeah, but that's because it's detrimental to our ecosystem.
Yeah,
They're
they
an
use them for
invasive
other things
species.
too, like boots and bags and shit like that.
Yeah, they're an invasive species. They're not.
I do
native
not
to
live in
Florida.
Ohio and Florida. I live in Florida. I'm from Ohio.
Yeah, they're an invasive species, and so they are detrimental to our ecosystems. So I also agree with that because it kills native species and destroys native habitats.
But you also can't eat starlings, I don't think.
I'm sure somebody somewhere can. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably mostly bones and feathers, though.
I
They're
don't know.
pretty small.
But again, there's a purpose for that. It's not just so that you can take its head and put it on your wall.
Yeah, I mean this idea that we should be, and like I said, I feel like it's vastly more immoral to force people to have children in a country specifically where the material conditions are not conducive to raising children. We don't have
Wait, what?
equitable access to education. Children don't have
That's
equitable access to healthcare.
That's not
Children don't have
conducive to raising children.
Yeah, the material conditions are not conducive to raising children, not at all.
But what is equitable access?
Everybody, regardless of what zip code you live in, should have the same access to education. So if I lived in, you know what I'm saying, like where I live personally, my children can go to a phenomenal school. But if you go to like the Panhandle or somewhere, you know, in you know, south of like Lakeland, some parts of Polk County and shit like that, the education system is horrendous. They have school books that are 12, 13, 15 years old. They don't have access to, you know, computers or electronics or tablets like, you know, some of the other schools.
Who doesn't have who doesn't have access to electronics? I've seen homeless people with iPhones. How do you?
Yeah, but Trump ended the had passed a bill, or the Republican Congress, I should say, passed a bill to end what was that government thing called, where people had access to internet?
No Child Left Behind?
No, but where people had access to internet. It was a specific government program where everybody could get access to internet and at least a phone or a computer for their home.
When has anything ever been free in America that was worthwhile?
Our tax dollars paid for the internet to be created. So why should we be paying for it?
Because it costs money to service it.
But we paid for it to be created in the first place.
We paid for electricity to be naturalized, but it takes money to
we don't have nationalized coal, nationalized oil, nationalized anything. So I mean, if we did, it would make sense. It would make sense that we did.
So you have to understand that, like, internet requires more maintenance than electricity does.
Sure. So you hire government employees to maintain it. So what? And use the tax dollars to pay them. But we created the internet, so it should be nationalized.
Astronomical cost,
huh?
Of doing that. Do you understand the extra? Or what about fiber? Have you seen the astronomical cost of fiber, of laying fiber?
Yeah, but if it was government employees, because we don't pay government employees the same way we pay private sector, we always save money. No, yeah, we don't. But government employees get paid way less than private sector employees.
Sure do.
For what?
Substantially. Anything. You name it. Anything. You would always make more money in the private sector.
No. U.S. mail employees make more than Amazon employees on average.
That's not
Amazon. Well, first of all, Amazon fucking takes advantage of people. That's why they had the Amazon walkouts. But secondly, U.S. Postal Service workers don't make more than FedEx. They don't make more than UPS.
They also don't have the same working conditions. And UPS
just the fuck they do. UPS and FedEx is the same as the United States Postal Service. Absolutely, it is.
There's more staff. They have more staff for an area in UPS than they do.
No, they have more staff.
But also postal. No, they have more total staff because it's a government agency. I'm talking about, like, if you go to a given post office or you go to like a UPS processing facility, there's going to be more employees.
But okay, great. But USPS, like the United States Postal Service, I would argue that their conditions are worse. They do have larger geographical areas. Some some of them don't even get, cars from the United States government. They get a stipend and they have to use their own vehicles, especially in rural areas. And then in addition to that, they have to deliver mail and packages. Whereas UPS and FedEx, typically, it's just packages and they have a smaller geographical area. So I would say the USPS has it worse and they get paid less than FedEx and UPS employees.
Yeah, it
looks like it looks like the USPS their starting pay is $32,700.
Yeah, dirt.
So when I worked for the government, I made about $30,000 less doing the same job as I did working for.
Looks like UPS starting pay is $15 an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They make less.
Their salary is anywhere from 56K.
The only incentive.
Yeah, my dad, as a government employee, was making $330,000 a year.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? So for you to even
qualify, his retirement from the military.
Right. So when you
average, delivery drivers for UPS make $95,000.
It's also a lot harder to qualify for jobs to make good money because of the qualifications. Well, hold on, let me finish. In the government, for their rating systems, like in order for you to be like a GS 8, which is shit ass money. Look up just the basic GS8 pay, base pay.
No, my dad was in the 30s.
There's no such thing as a 30.
Let me look what it was. No, I don't think it was GS.
I think
because
14 is the
it
highest.
was
So
a
hold on,
research position.
there's different, yeah, right. There's
It was a
different pay
research
scales.
position.
There's different pay scales. There's GS. There's N. There's depends on what agency you work for. Some of them GS is general schedule, but just as a GS8, you're required to have like a fucking master's degree or 10 years of equivalent experience, which is really hard to do. And a lot of these jobs, like X-ray, which is what I did,
He was in the
GS8
military
is
for 30 years.
okay, but what I'm telling you is there's a big difference in the pay scale. And they make it much harder to qualify for comparable pay to the outside facilities. The only incentive in working for the government, it's not hourly pay, it's not salary, it's pension and benefits.
Our GS8 starts at 46,000 a year.
That's nothing.
Right, that's nothing.
And they're doing the work
And I have
in
a
the private
bachelor's
sector.
and
They
I have
get
a
paid twice
bachelor's
that.
degree and I'm triple credentialed. Like I have 3 board certifications. In the outside, I make 6 figures. Working for the government, I think when I left there I made 62,000 a year. And now I made
my dad made
6
6 figures.
Right. So there's an astronomical difference. The only incentive is that there are unions and you have a pension. And health insurance isn't even cheaper anymore.
UPS is a union job, by the way, though. So
Yeah.
is FedEx. Just
Yeah,
I mean,
they are
I was
unionized,
a
yeah.
union worker. I was AFGE.
But you also have to take into account, like, if you add government services, it increases the budget like monumentally.
Good,
To a way
but it
that
should.
I don't think there's no country the size of America that has all of those
Well, we can decrease our
things that he
defense
wants.
spending.
that has all those things he wants without it being socialist.
We can decrease our defense spending.
Thank you, Leslie.
What, are there only 4 countries the size of America or bigger on the planet, or is it 5?
Yeah, China is almost the exact same geographical size as the
No.
United States. Is just slightly bigger.
Much more
No,
populated.
yeah, but it's much more populated. But it's the same geographical size.
Right, but it's also communist.
Yeah, but it's not
not
communist. They have a
communist.
government. But aside
It's
from
socialist.
that, they don't have. They're not even socialist. No workers own the means of production in China. But they also have, essentially ended houselessness. Everybody has access to a residence. Everybody
Right, and what
has
kind of
access to a
residence
home.
is that?
A residence that will suit their needs. Now they have the ability to get something larger if they want. Everybody gets.
overwhelmingly live in apartments.
Yes, but
But
of
they're
course they
housed.
do.
Do you know what country has the largest
because of the
houses per capita
population.
of any country? Do you
We
know what
don't
country has
need
the
large
largest?
houses,
Maybe you want it though.
but we don't need them.
Do you have a large house?
I
Yes.
do, but I need it. We have 8 children.
Wait, you guys have 8 children?
Yes.
You guys are married,
We're partners.
but you have 8 children?
Yes. Like, bro, we have 8 children.
Wow.
So yes, we need
so-
a large house.
So
Our nanny lives with us. Our kids live with us.
Is your house over 3,000 square feet?
Well
Yes.
over.
Is it over 4,000?
Yes.
Is it over 5,000?
Close.
Okay, so my house is right there with you, and I have just me and my wife and my child.
Yeah, but nobody needs that. If it was just me and no rads, we'd have a fucking apartment. And we travel
Right.
all the goddamn time.
Shit, we might
Well,
not
that's
even
what you
have
wanna
an
do.
We
apartment.
might not have a house at all, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we might
Do you
RV
want-
it.
Do you want land?
We have land. This is not the only house we have.
Yeah.
No, but I mean land. Like at your house, do you have land?
Oh, no, not here.
At the other house,
Yes,
we
I
The
do.
other
have-
house
I
we
have
do.
it. Yeah, so I have an acre and a half because of my work, and I need it for work, and I couldn't have it in China.
But that's
Yes, you
that's
can.
different.
Yes, you can. If you move out of the city, you absolutely can have land
Yeah.
and a larger house.
I do tree removal for a living,
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have to store equipment, so I needed the land.
that's different.
I've felled many a tree in my day.
Really?
I used to
What
climb
kind?
everything.
You used to climb?
Everything in Virginia, yeah. All the types of trees in Virginia.
What did you use? Did you use SRT, DRT? Well,
To do
obviously.
what?
Did you climb on a single rope technique or a dual rope technique?
Single rope.
You
Hold
climbed
on,
single
who are all
rope?
these people? Yeah.
Jones
yeah.
is crazy.
Hey, listen.
So wait,
Growing up in Virginia, bro, you learn,
Did you
especially
use-
like where I grew up, you learn how to do fucking everything.
Did you use a regular safety lanyard or did you use a steel core safety lanyard?
I don't know. Whatever equipment it is that we had. I'm not the one who put the rigs together, so.
Did
all
you
I do
use
is
gas or electric saw?
gas.
Okay. You should try with the electric saw. It's a lot.
I've never tried.
Easier
I mean,
to start in the
I
tree.
believe you. I just never tried.
That's pretty incredible. I have tremendous respect for you because that is not an easy job. As
Yeah, I mean,
somebody
bro,
who
I was
does
a
it.
firefighter for, you know what I'm saying, a better part of a decade.
Hey guys, real quick, if you're friendly, please remove yourself from the request just to make it easier.
You don't have to tell me, but how old are you?
43.
I would have guessed you were younger than that.
I'm old as shit.
Yeah, I'm 43.
I didn't ask you. It's not polite.
It's fine. I don't care. I tell people how
I don't
old I
know
am
who
all
all
the
these
time.
other people are, but I'm just going to introduce a couple other people. Hey, guys, let's spin that wheel today. Big W Leslie. Leslie sent $50 to get us started. Bippity sent...
Hell, Bippity.
Hold on. You have Bippity's phone number?
Yeah.
Text them and ask them what that means.
Okay.
Who would we have right here?
Whoa.
Fire dude. What's up?
All right.
How are you doing this morning?
I just wanted to make a quick point to the lady.
To the lady.
Yeah. She doesn't agree with hunting boar from a helicopter.
That's not
With a machine gun? Yeah, that
That's a
does
little
sound kind
excessive.
of
That's the
crazy.
exact same thing they're doing in Florida with the pythons.
cool.
They are
I don't
all-
care.
With a machine gun? Nah.
Let me talk.
No, I don't have to let you do anything. I don't
Please
care.
let me explain.
I don't care.
With a machine gun, bro?
I don't
Yeah.
No,
care.
they're not.
I
They're
don't care.
overpopulated. They destroy
No me
farmers' land.
importa. I don't care.
You're not a farmer. They destroy farmers'
I
land.
don't care. I just said that I agree with hunting them for population control, that they're invasive species. I don't care. Is that what you
That's why
came to
they
talk
do it with
about?
helicopters. They got to kill hundreds at a time.
You just think that the helicopter. She just thinks that the helicopter's.
I
excessive.
mean, yeah, I think it's excessive.
No machine guns are not used to hunt pythons in Florida. I didn't think that was real. They are not using machine guns to hunt pythons in Florida.
Not
I do
Florida,
not-
but
yeah.
Alabama, Mississippi.
Okay, bro, but you just said they're doing the same thing in Florida, and they're not.
No, I said they're doing the
No.
same thing in Florida with the pythons.
You're not even allowed to use guns to
Listen
hunt
to what
python
I'm
in Florida.
saying.
Yes,
I'm
you can.
saying
No,
they're
you're
doing
not.
the same
It says
thing
right here,
with
guns are not
pythons.
allowed in Florida python hunting.
No,
Wait, so what do they use?
but they're
I
still
don't know. You have to
grabbing them
catch
just
them,
to
catch
kill them.
Whoa.
Why would you shoot a snake?
Sorry, hold on.
You're dumber than she is.
What?
Who the fuck said I was dumb? I'm
Me.
not dumb. Sir,
You're a twit.
you inserted yourself in a
what?
conversation. I'm a what?
Twit.
I'm a twit.
Yo, you know what is crazy?
Yo.
You know what's crazy?
Do you
You
see-
can always tell. Joel, these are your people, by the way. But you can always tell that, you know what I'm saying,
I've
the
never
men
seen
who have
this
never
shit.
seen vagina since vagina had them.
I just
He
want
has
to.
5
I
kids.
just.
He probably has seen vagina.
I just want to be clear, right? Joel and I, while we disagree on things, and I did tell Joel that I knew he was intelligent enough not to say dumb shit. That could be construed as me saying something mean to Joel. Joel and I had a nice conversation. We were, even with disagreeing viewpoints, we're able to conduct ourselves as adults and talk. And Joel and I don't get along most of the time. I'm going to be honest, I make Joel crash out quite frequently. But you decided that you were going to come up here and insert yourself in a conversation with no, and I specifically told you I don't care, and then call me names. What the absolute fuck is wrong with you?
y'all bitches be
Grow
soft as
up.
shit.
Grow up.
Like
no,
you would never, like,
kick
first
him.
of all, you would never say
No,
that to
just
no
fuck
rads
him.
in real life. Hey, bro, shut the fuck up for a minute.
Nah,
Shut the
just
fuck
kick
up.
him.
Shut the fuck
Hey
up.
Just
Jones,
fucking
hey
kick him.
Jones, Jones, do you think if I saw you on the side of the road, I would keep driving?
Probably. I know I
Why?
would.
Hey, somebody just
Why?
send his stupid ass back to the womb lands, please.
Say what?
Wait, why?
I can't kick him.
Who did?
No, I said somebody fucking send fire dude back to the womb
hold
lands.
on. What is that?
hunt
I'll
some
leave. I
pythons.
don't care. I just you don't
Good,
understand.
fuck off.
Bro, shut the fuck up, weirdo.
Hey, so Jones, do you think that if I saw you on the side of the road with a flat tire, I wouldn't pull up behind you and help you change your tire?
I mean, I wouldn't care if you did.
No,
didn't.
but you think that I would just keep driving?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Like,
Why?
sir, because you're willing. Thank you for the train. Because you're willing, you know what I'm saying, to use your ability to vote to harm large sectors of the American populace.
Except I don't believe that it's harmful.
without care. But you're wrong. You can't listen. How is it that you think that you get to decide for marginalized people? You know what I'm saying? Whether or not they're being harmed. How do you get to decide for disabled people whether or not they're being harmed? How do you get to decide for trans people whether or not they're being harmed? How do you get to decide for women whether or not they're being harmed? Like, sir, you don't even have a firm grasp on how gender and sex work.
What do you mean by that? Yeah, I hold the position of the official position of the U.S. government.
Yes, the official position of the U.S. government is that your gender or your sex are synonymous and assigned at conception.
I think it's assigned at birth, but okay.
But they said conception. That's what the U.S. government said.
Yeah,
That's
they said
conception.
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 Conception's wild.
It's wild. So that means you're a woman. Yo, you called Auntie the F slur, bro?
No, I did not. I called her a large human being, but with an FAT, not FAGGOT.
Why would you do that? Like, why do you think it's okay to speak to women like that?
No, it's not about women. It's that I crashed out on her because she crashed out on me, and she said that I didn't know what I was talking about.
So you don't have the emotional regulation not to, you know what I'm saying, like crash out on women?
No,
Especially black women.
She didn't. No, I came up in the live, and she sent me down 3 times in a row, and then I went over to Dan Trell's live. Dan Trell said, "You don't like Auntie," and blocked me. When Dan Trell and I have had about 1,000 lives together, he knows that Auntie and I don't like each other. So he made it like it was his new thing because he was like, what do you call it?
Imagine
white
beefing.
for
Imagine
Auntie.
beefing with, you know what I'm saying, a black elder woman in our community online. Imagine doing that.
She was
And then posture yourself as like some type of moral authority.
No, she went around telling people that I wanted 12-year-old girls to be pregnant.
You do.
No, I don't.
You do.
I think that's bad. That's objectively bad. I think anybody that does that belongs in a piece of tree care equipment.
Yeah, but
Okay.
here's the problem.
Wood.
So if a 12-year-old got pregnant, but if a 12-year-old got pregnant, would, regardless of the means, right? Whether it was through insects or grape or you got violated for hate speech.
You got violated.
You just drop and close out the app and come back.
Terrence, what's up? Terrence, what's up?
He's a Decepticon.
Okay,
All right.
That's Terrence doesn't know they're here.
So, guys, we're doing wheel spins. We got a couple people on there already today. There's 900 left till we spin.
Well, no, there's not.
Oh.
Somebody sent you 20 and 5, right?
Yeah.
And somebody sent me 5, so that's 30 off. So
You gotta get 'em on there.
870.
I believe you, Bippity.
I'm gonna turn
Auntie told me.
I don't know if do we have somebody in the request? Because if not, I'm gonna turn the
You can turn the call line on.
I'm gonna turn the call line on.
We got Joel. He's back.
Well, Joel's gonna just have to wait. Joel's been up here plenty of time already. I'm gonna turn.
And
the
if
call
I have
line.
to go, it's all good. I just wanted to clarify that I do not support that, and I think that that's terrible. And that if that happens to anybody, I have the utmost sympathy for them. But it doesn't mean
But
I change my
nobody
position
needs.
on
Hold on. Nobody needs your sympathy. A 12-year-old, right, having a child, the chances of it permanently destroying her body are significant. The chances of her passing away from having the child is significant.
Right, and I'm not in favor of that.
But you are.
I prefer
but
that 12-year-olds do not get pregnant.
But you'd want them to have the child regardless of the circumstances.
So you want them to have
in most cases.
So Jones, you want them to
Can
have
I
abortion?
finish my statement for the fuck's sake? God damn, man. The vast majority of 12-year-olds that do in fact get pregnant by insect, grape, or somebody who is significantly older than them, who they did consent to, but did not have the ability to consent because they are not of age.
So wait, you want them to get pregnant and have abortions?
No.
So, Joel.
First of all, I want men to stop taking advantage of women
Correct,
and girls.
as do I.
Secondly,
Wow.
but we know, right, that less than 5% of rapists ever see a day in jail. Less than 5%. So, because we know that, we should allow, in these cases, for these people to make decisions about whether or not they want to carry the baby of a rapist.
All right, we can agree to disagree on that.
That's fucking
can we
disturbing, bro.
No, can we agree that we don't want 12-year-olds to be pregnant?
Yes.
Okay,
So
we
Joel,
agree.
So
then stop going around and telling people that I want 12-year-olds to be pregnant.
But okay, so Joel, if you're pro,
I'm gonna drop down because I'm not comfortable with the way that this conversation is going.
Well, Joel, can I just say something to you before you go? And I'm not gonna be mean, I promise. My whole purpose in these types of conversations, which I typically don't engage in with men, I just don't. It's not for you to change your viewpoint for you and what works for your life. It's for you to be compassionate towards other human beings, right? So
I am a lot more compassionate than probably anyone on this live, and I do a lot more for people around me than any of you do.
So Joel, let's not do that, because now we're going to sling mud, and that's not okay.
No, it's not about mudslinging.
My
I
purpose
spend thousands of hours every year volunteering,
okay,
doing things.
We do too, Joel.
One of the things, hey,
but Joel, we do
you said
too.
you cut trees, so then you know that if I cut trees for old ladies who can't afford it, and I don't charge them anything, that I'm doing a service for society. My view on abortion is not affected by my compassion for people.
Bro, our organization.
Can I just say what I wanted to say?
Over $800,000.
Can I just say what I wanted to say?
Chill out, bro.
Okay, then you do more. Then you do more than me. Perfect.
Joel, it's not
but to pretend like I'm a terrible person.
Joel, I'm not saying that. Just wait, okay? I'm not saying that you should change your views for you. What I'm saying is that you should recognize why abortion is necessary outside of just the life of the mother, right? You can be pro-life if that's what you want.
For yourself.
But what you should be doing is not focusing your energy on arguing about when a human exists and all of these things, but focus your energy on solving the problems that cause abortion to be necessary outside of harm or loss of life to the mother. Help us fix these societal problems, come together with us so that the reason that people would need to choose to have an abortion is less. Do the least harm possible. That's all I'm asking for you is harm reduction.
The way that we could limit this would be to do harm to people who do it. I think if we saw a violent and swift act of justice against people who commit these crimes against children, then people would do it less.
It's almost impossible to prove rape, number one.
Actually,
we have a backup.
No, it's not.
Well, it's actually more detrimental in certain cases, right? Like, so Florida wanted to institute the death penalty to people who do those things.
I agree.
But here's the thing. When you do that, you're actually putting the victims in more harm, because if there's evidence that can put them away or put them up to the death penalty, they're going to unalive these victims, and we've seen it happen elsewhere. So what we should be doing together
to just keep
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
that. They can just keep doing what they're doing. No, they need to be put away. Can we agree that people that do this need to be put away?
Yes, I agree that people who harm children need to see repercussions for it. But what I'm asking you is to come together with people who want to change all of these conditions, the material conditions of the people, so that these reasons that we see cited for having an abortion become less. Make people's material conditions improve. Work with us for that, so that the societal problems that we have are gone.
98% against abortion. I am 98% against abortion.
So,
I'm sorry. In the 2% that I would understand someone having an abortion, I would not judge someone for having an abortion. Obviously, great. Anyone under the age of 17. What else? Anyone with sex, I would understand, and I would not judge anyone who had an abortion. Obviously anyone who's great, but anyone who had it in those circumstances, I would understand, I would not judge. But I personally would not advise or encourage them to have an abortion.
I advise and encourage people to do what's best for their situation, and that's what I'm talking about: improving the material conditions of the people, like lessening childhood hunger, lessening the rate at which people are unhoused, like working together with people who care about other people, because you do things that show that you care about people. So let's work together to change those societal problems so that we don't have those issues anymore. Like, we should focus on the bigger picture, yeah?
Do you have any parks near your area that need to be cleaned up?
Well, we just moved here, but that's something that we can work to find out.
Yeah, all of the parks, like where we specifically.
So if I brought like a,
gates. But
so if I brought like a 16-foot by 4-foot dumpster and a bunch of trash bags, and you brought a bunch of people, and I brought a bunch of people, and we cleaned up the park, would that be something that you would be interested in?
yeah, the parks nearby where we live.
I would be down
quite
for that.
literally are spotless, but you know what you could do that would be.
And we could go to somewhere where they're not.
No,
we could go downtown or somewhere.
No, what you could do is you could come to the community garden that we started, and you can help bring trees and plant plants and set up a.
So having a skid loader, would that help?
Not necessarily, because
It'll lift about 2,000 pounds.
well, I mean, potentially to move like
If you're planting trees, and with an auger attachment, you could dig the holes.
dig holes. Yeah, that part could help.
I don't know
would-
how heavy how heavy are the trees? Do you know?
They're gonna be orange trees, mango trees, shit like that.
Do you know how mature?
Where we're gonna go get them from a local nursery. So we're trying to make them
As
trying
close
get
to
them
fruiting as possible.
Yeah, as close to fruiting as possible.
All right.
I'll DM you. I'll send you my
Just
number,
followed you so
and
you can DM me.
and we'll talk about it. But if you're willing to come together and work with us on community projects, I would really appreciate that. And I think we can do a lot of good. But we'll see. We'll talk offline and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Joel.
All right. I'll see you guys.
See ya.
All right, I'm gonna open up the. Hey, what's going on, Mishi? How are you?
Brett was here first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I always introduce women first.
Okay.
That's okay. Hi, go ahead, Brett.
Oh no, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
That shit was wild, man.
Brett, if you're on Bluetooth, we can't hear you.
It was Mishi that had the echo. Go ahead, Brett.
No, I was just gonna say it's too early in the morning for crash outs, man. I don't know how y'all do it every damn day.
Barely. Barely.
Now, I had requested up when he was talking about the hunting and everything, because, you know, that's my area.
What do you mean it's your area?
Of expertise.
Honey?
Firearms.
Oh, hunting. I'm sorry, my bad. Yo, yeah, bro said, what did he say? They was using machine guns to hunt
Yeah.
snakes.
Even then, even in Texas when they hunt, it's not
Thank you,
fully
Leslie.
autos. It's semi-autos and it's still not fully autos, so he was even wrong there. So, but yeah, that's wild. Helicopter fully auto snakes. That sounds like a really good Tom Cruise movie, though. I'll tell you that.
For those of you who are
Hold
saying,
on, there's somebody really trying to call into the YouTube line. So let me open up the YouTube line, guys. It wasn't open. That's why you weren't getting through. I said I'll let you know when I open it, but I guess you're very impatient. So I'm gonna turn the do not disturb on. You guys, I don't know if you'll be able to hear the YouTube line. Unfortunately, it's weird. Can you put in can you put in the
post
box
office,
number?
yeah. I want to be clear with people who are upset that said that I would work with Joel offline. Just to be clear, that does not mean that I would not have a conversation face to face with Joel about the things that have been said, because I definitely would. I would definitely have a conversation with him. I think it's easier to connect with certain people who are not completely unreachable face to face. But when it comes to doing things for the community, I am also willing to put those differences aside if we can help. The community garden is to help children and their families, and that's more important to me. If we have somebody who is willing to help with equipment that we wouldn't necessarily have access to, those kids and their families are more important to me than any amount of times that Joel has crashed out. Those are good kids who deserve to have access to the community garden as soon as possible. And it's an important mission that we've been working on. And so sometimes you just got to suck it up. But I still am going to tell him he's short. That will still happen.
Okay. Well, the line is open now. So if you are trying to call in, the line is in fact open. You can call in now.
And I'm not saying anybody else is obligated to do that. That is just something that I choose to do for myself. that nobody else has to take that position.
And listen,
That's
we
just
have
me.
because we live in Florida, we have been forced to accept, you know what I'm saying, help and resources from people that we otherwise would not personally wish to do business with. But in Florida, especially, you know, the people that have the resources in which we can access happen to mostly be Trump supporters and shit like that. So
I'm going to take a different take on this. I applaud you guys for doing this. I think that it's in those personal connections where change can happen.
I agree. That's why I'm not always mean.
Well, I mean, the people that need to be mean, I mean, sometimes it's necessary, but not always.
I agree.
Now, I'm
I'm
personally not going to fuck with Joel. I already said that. If he was broke down on the side of the road, I'd believe his ass right the fuck there. But I don't tell no rads what to do. We've made this clear very many times.
Listen, if it's for the kids and it's for the community, it's important to me. These kids are important to me. They may not be my children, but they're our children. As a community, as a village, they are our children. And again, if they have access to resources that I don't necessarily have access to, especially if it's something that would cost us a lot of money, I'm going to help the kids. The kids are going to come first. So, and maybe, just maybe, I can have some conversations with Joel face to face where he doesn't feel like he's being attacked on the internet, and we can actually have some productive conversations. But that's not my focus. My focus is the kids. The kids and their families. Because how excited were those kids when that school store came to fruition?
Oh, very excited.
You know, the Tough fam brought that school store for them for the holidays so that they could, you know, have these gifts and stuff for their families. Holy shit. And so seeing that joy, seeing them, and the garden is not just about the resources that it brings. These kids are learning about bees and about ecosystems, and they're gaining knowledge firsthand with their hands, not just in a book, right? So these projects bring so much more to the community than just the one resource. It teaches these kids about horticulture and gardening and how to do these things for themselves so that they can bring this information home and possibly implement it in their own homes with their families, and they get excited about it. There's nothing on this earth that makes me more happy than to see kids experience true joy. And we did that with the school store. We did that with the holiday meals. And so we're going to keep doing that for the kids. But I still am going to tell Joel he's short. Thank you, Skippy.
I'm sorry, Mishi. What you said? You have a different approach, or you have a different thought? Go ahead.
No, I just said I believe that these personal connections are important, and that's where the real change happens. And that's what I always push on in my program is that, you know, just pick one person. If it's too much for you, just pick one person in your life, connect with them, and if everyone on this app right now just worked on changing one person's mind that they're close with, using the information that they gain from listening to, you know, the people here on TikTok, particularly, you know, Rads. That's all.
Did you watch my speech, Mishi?
I didn't. Did you post it?
Yeah, man. Of course I did.
Yeah, it's on here. It's on YouTube.
I didn't post it. I'm lying. No Rads posted it, but it is on this account though.
Oh, I'll go look at it.
All right.
Besides the fact that I'm a white woman, so it's my job to do this shit. I'm just like, let's be honest, right?
It was the
White adjacent.
disappointment from you, Jones, that just hit right now. The shaking of the head.
I am upset. I am sad. Thank you for the new subscriber, Detroit Coalition. I do appreciate you. I also like that name. I'm all about coalitions. That's my thing. Somebody has sent me something on the tip jar, $5. I don't know your name. I don't know who you are because you didn't put your name in there. So you're going to have to let me know who it was.
They said it in the chat. I'm going to go back and look.
They said it in the chat.
To check your tip jar. It was a little ways back.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking.
Okay, got you, Mama Mary. All right, cool. Got it.
Yeah, make sure you put it in the comments if you use the tip jar. Yes, it was Mama Mary. We see you, babe. We got you.
Are you down here, Mishi?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay, gotcha. I thought you said you were coming down. Never mind. I
No,
swore.
I'm
I
coming.
swore. I thought you
I'll
said
be
you'd be
there
here.
Saturday afternoon until
Okay.
Friday. Until Friday.
So you're coming. You're coming to see us. We're gonna go do an adult Disney day then. Yes.
Yeah, we are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yay!
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
I guess, should we say hi
We're
to...
gonna make Mishi try collard greens. Thank you, Melody. We're gonna make Mishi try collard greens and what else did you say you never had? Oh, shrimp and grits.
Wait, don't you live like in a southern state?
Me?
Yeah. No?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, you're gonna have collard greens and grits.
Do they sell those at Disney?
There's that in Disney Springs. There's that one place that does have shrimp and grits. What is that restaurant called? The one with the fried chicken and waffles. They have shrimp and grits.
I don't remember.
Remember we went there and we sat outside the one time.
I know.
Is it like Bubba Gump or something?
No,
Like,
fuck no, it's not
no,
Bubba
no,
Gumps.
no, no.
All right, hold on
Okay,
one
okay,
second. We got a
okay.
call coming in from the YouTubes. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, guys, so please forgive me if you don't. I know the chat will. Good morning. How are you? Name, age, and who you voted for.
Daniel, 42, voted for Trump from downtown Orlando. Do not like the fact that you're giving College Park and Winter Park a bad reputation.
I don't live in either of those places, so I don't know how I would be doing that.
I feel bad for you then. Maybe you should aspire to make more money and move to those places.
That's
Wait a
funny.
minute. Why would you think that we were giving Winter Park and College Park a bad name? Like what? We didn't mention either of those areas.
Right.
I saw 407. I'm a high school dropout from Edgewater that graduated from the University of Florida, and I run and operate my own business in Northern California.
Sure, we operate
You guys
multiple
are wrong.
businesses.
You guys are wrong on every issue, but I love it. It's pure entertainment.
Okay.
Okay. You know it's funny. You know it's funny.
I'll give you great content because you guys are easy. You guys are like a speed bag.
I'm a little bit of a prophet, as it were, right? I'm gonna make a prophecy right now.
Okay.
I
go
guarantee that we're gonna like literally dog walk him. He's gonna crash the fuck out, call you a name, for certain call you a name, probably say something derogatory to me, and then be gone.
Probably so.
Go for it.
Yeah. So you said we were
What-
wrong
what
on
you-
every
what do you
single
got?
issue. I can assure you that both of us are vastly more intelligent and more educated than you are in any one of the things that we put on the background, right? And aside from
Look,
that,
education
aside from
does
that,
not
this idea,
qualify you to become
sure,
intelligent.
I was talking, I was speaking. Aside from that, right? This idea that we needed to make more money is fucking hilarious. Like, you just assume, like, why don't you tell them what you do, No Rads?
I am a board certified radiologic technologist. I'm actually a triple board certified radiologic technologist with over 20 years experience in my fields.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
All I heard a bunch of titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Education.
Exactly.
Yes.
You don't even know what that is.
Yes, I gained those
Mike,
titles in the
look.
United States Army.
Yeah, like you don't even know what that is. The nervous
What's
laughter
your
is
tax
weird.
return say? What tax bracket are you in?
Sir, our house probably has more
How
bathrooms.
Many houses you pay
Our
property
house-
taxes on?
Our house
Two.
multiple. Two. Our house probably has more bathrooms than yours has bedrooms.
You're not in downtown Winter Park, College Park. Where are you, bro? Bithlow?
No.
We
Where you
live
living
in
Titusville,
Orlando.
out in Mims?
No, we live like literally seven minutes from Disney's front door.
Oh, so you're out in Kissimmee, which is not Orlando.
Sir, do you know how the greater metropolitan area works?
I wouldn't tell him anything.
Look, I
further
dropped
about
out of high school, rode
Clearly.
a scooter down I-4 to Lakeland,
Don't worry about it.
okay, and lived on a lake, and Nautique gave me boats. Look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. I went to Gainesville and said, I'm not retarded. I had other
Yo, come on, bro.
You can't use
God
this.
damn, bro.
You
I
can't.
knew it. I knew he was going to say a slur. I knew he was going to say a slur. I knew he was going to say a slur. The fuck? Y'all fucking mediocre ass white men cannot help yourselves.
I mean, like, I don't know why people, like, oh my God, whatever.
I called it. I knew he was going to say a slur. I just knew it.
He didn't get to call me a name though, poor fella.
Oh man.
What slur did he use? We don't
The
get to
R
hear on
slur.
the panel.
The
The
R
R
word.
slur. I knew it was
Oh.
coming. I knew it was coming. I knew he was gonna use a slur. Y'all have problems, man.
If you're a friendly, please remove yourself from the requests. I'm sure a lot of people are accidentally tapping in. No, we had to drop him. Sir, if you can still hear us and you want to call back and try again without saying slurs, we can try again. But, yeah, he did, in fact, crash out.
Fucking profit.
Like, just because we could live in Baldwin Park doesn't mean we need to or
Yeah,
should.
like nope. First of all, like nobody wants to live
Downtown.
up there. Yeah, nobody wants to
With
live up
8 kids. Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Like there's not like a whole bunch of nice things and fun things to do. Like I guess like right in Winter Gardens next to the water, I guess is okay. But the rest of that shit is congested, fucking traffic all the time. I don't want to live there.
No. We live in a nice, quiet, gated community.
Right.
With 24-hour security.
Yeah, I don't, exactly that. Anyways,
We had to hang up on you, Dehova, because you said a slur.
yeah, you can't say slurs, bro.
You can call back and try again, but you can't use the R slur that you use. That is a slur, sir. So you can try again if you'd like.
Hey guys, we're down to 840 to spin the wheel. There's 1,100 people in here, so you know we should be able to knock that out pretty quickly. I want to spin that wheel as soon as possible. Also, where are the likes at?
I don't know, but I would like to point out to you, Dehova, this is a Google Voice number.
Yeah, 130 likes ain't gonna do it.
The Google Voice number is the number that they assign to you based on your email address, and if you just type in Orlando, that's what you get. So that doesn't mean that we live in 407. It's just the number Google Voice assigns you so that you can call in and say slurs, apparently. Yeah, our shares are only at 210, 11. Come on, guys, get them up. Get the shares up, get the likes up, do all the things.
Yeah, I just put the sub only chats on. Hey guys, we only have, what is it, 3 more days to get to 1,500. We got 3 more days to get to 1,500, and I will give away one of the suits. But we're gonna get to 1,500. So I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it on sub only chats until we get to at least 1,100.
We got $5 for paychecks for the wheel.
$5 for paychecks.
Yeah, let's say hi to Camacho because Camacho's been waiting a long time. Camacho, good morning.
Camacho's not up there. Are they still up there? Yeah, they are. Sorry.
Good morning. Have you had some water and said something kind about yourself today? Camacho.
Do they know they're muted?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I sent them an invite.
All right. Maybe they stepped away from their phone.
Thankful. Do you know you're up here?
Everybody send your heart me if you haven't sent it already.
Got it. Who else do we got waiting here?
If you're friendly again, please remove yourself from the requests.
I really wish I could remember the name of that fucking restaurant. I think it's like some famous person's restaurant of some kind.
I'll find it for you.
I just don't remember. But they definitely don't have collard greens, though. I don't think that... Who was the last person you just said? Said something?
Paychecks.
Paycheck. Oh, yeah. I knew that. What the heck? I don't understand why people think that they should be able to say, you know what I'm saying, slurs, or don't know what slurs are. It's fucking weird.
Well, because Elon puts it on his, he used an exact slur on one of his posts.
Jesus Christ.
Right? When our leader doing it, you know?
Right. Well, you know,
what's the R word? Before you go on live, what's the R word?
Well, I know, but, you know.
Oh my God, bro. God damn. He got on and said it again.
We can't. Okay, no. We can't answer the call without you being on live. So no matter what it is that you're going to say, everyone is going to hear you say it. So yes, that is the word we were talking about. Please don't say that.
These people got to be some of the dumbest people alive. Emerald Lagasse? No, it's definitely not Emerald.
It's not Chef Art Smith's.
Elena, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Got it. Fort Kick-Ass. That is a hilarious username. All the people that are requesting on here, I don't actually are not actually connecting.
Was it the front porch on House of Blues?
Nope. House of Blues is delicious, though. Have you ever eaten there, Mishi?
Once, I think. But if you put it in Chat GPT, they'll probably find it.
Chat GPT. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mishi, you should look me up on Chat GPT sometime. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, for real?
Dead ass. Just type Mr. Jones X into Chat GPT.
It's Chef Art Smith's Homecoming.
It's called Homecoming. That's it.
It has
Art
shrimp
Smith.
and grits. Yeah.
Homecoming Disney Springs is the they have fried green tomatoes, they have shrimp and grits, hush puppies, that's delicious.
Nearly 40% of contracts canceled by DOGE are expected to produce no savings.
Exactly. They have braised short ribs. Oh my god, the braised short ribs are so good.
Do you see how?
Oh, they do have collard greens. They have collard greens.
But are they going to be right? And also, are you going to be able to eat them? Because if they make them with pork, you're not going to be able to eat them.
Oh, I'm checking right now. They have collard greens, Mishi.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Why do I look so washed out?
I have to go on their actual menu or call them and ask them if they have pork in their collard greens. If they do, I'd be so upset. But
is that typical?
Some people do. Some people put pork in their collard greens. All right, we got a 407 number calling in to YouTube. Hold on a second. Good afternoon or good morning. Name, age, and who you voted for, please.
My name is Ivan. I'm 41 years old. I voted for Trump.
Yeah, what was your first name? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Ivan, or
Ivan.
Whichever one.
Gotcha, Ivan.
For you.
Got it, Ivan. What's up, buddy? What would you like to talk about?
Well, I don't know. I was actually just came across your show, just scrolling through YouTube, but I noticed you guys have a similar area code as I, so I figured why not talk to some local people to see what y'all talking about. I was actually just seeing the last few minutes of your cast, and apparently you got angry at someone for saying a word that started with the R. I'm not going to.
I didn't get angry. It violates the terms of service. But I honestly don't think that people. Yeah. I don't think people should be using that type of language.
That's exactly the point I was going to bring up. It probably a YouTube violation, but I find it also hilarious and adorable how you curse, but then you're mad at someone for saying R.
I'm not mad at them. It's a slur. It's against the terms of service. I don't give a fuck about cursing. You can't use slurs.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Don't get too emotional about it, sir. I'm just speaking like a regular person.
Huh? Yes.
I told you he's short as shit.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. Should I put it on the back screen?
No. Okay. No, we'll save the Summer Jam for later.
Save it for later.
Sir, nobody's upset. It's just we have to go through terms of service, and you can say all the cuss words you'd like. That is not against terms of service, but you cannot say slurs. So when you say a slur, we have to remove you from the conversation. That's it. That's all. Okay?
Okay, that makes sense. But me personally, I really don't consider it to be a slur.
Well, it doesn't matter what you consider. Are you disabled in any way?
No.
Okay, so then, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if it's not something that affects you directly, Of course you wouldn't care. That's one of the major issues that we have in this society. Is people are like, if people are like, what?
Are you disabled in any way, sir?
Not physically disabled, but I am autistic.
Oh, everyone's some type of autism.
Sure.
I don't know if that's true.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, I don't know that everybody has some type of autism.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just got on recently, and I didn't really see any type of topics you guys were discussing. So, what is your topic?
Hold on. How do you not see the topics?
Oh, so the ones that are on your screen are
I was about to
basically
say
what the
they're like
topics are?
all
Yes.
right there.
Oh no, because like you guys were discussing absolutely none of that stuff when I got on your stream. I've been watching for like the past 10 minutes, so that's, I guess, where my confusion came from.
We were just having regular conversation. You know, human beings do that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes when they're not basically getting loud for no reason, I assume. So why would you say that Trump is wrong on everything he's done so far? That's something I don't understand.
Where does it say that?
I mean,
read that line to me directly.
Well, I can't really read it right now because I'm on the same phone that I was actually using to watch your stream. So, like, I can't play the stream and read the screen at the same time, unfortunately.
Gotcha. It says Trump failed already.
What is it he failed on?
Okay, are egg prices or grocery prices in general lower right now?
But you understand that...
No, that's nope. Are they lower? Yes or no? This is a simple question. Yes or no?
No, they are not lower.
Okay, gotcha.
You have
Did
to
he say day one?
Did
he say day one? I don't have to remember shit. I don't have to remember shit. Did he say day one?
Well, who taught you how to argue?
Did he say day one?
You're over here getting loud.
Did
Just because you're loud doesn't mean you're right, sir.
Did he say day one? I'm still right. It doesn't matter whether I'm loud or not. I'm not being loud. This is just my voice. Did he say day one? Yes or no?
Day one, as in things will start getting working out and doing.
No, that's not what he said. He said grocery prices. Didn't he say grocery prices will lower day one?
He did.
Day one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a process. I don't know who in their right.
So then why did he lie?
Would think that it would happen overnight like that. It's ridiculous.
Oh, he said he would end the war in Ukraine on day one. Yes.
He did.
Okay. No, matter of fact,
before
he said before he even takes office.
Yeah, he did say.
He said before he even takes office that it would end.
That was almost
24
pretty
hours.
much true.
Yeah, 20. Yep. So that was a lie. Didn't he say he would Gaza? Gaza that would end on day one. That he would tell Netanyahu that it needs to stop right now, that it needs to end right now, and that they better give up the hostages. That Hamas better give up the hostages right now, or else. And none of that has happened.
They gave up hostages.
Not all of them.
Yeah, because you can't give up dead people, sir.
How was that?
I said I believe
Thousands of Americans have lost their jobs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I just said, you can't give up dead people.
Thousands of Americans have lost their jobs.
Correct. Yep. Thousands of Americans have lost their jobs for no reason. Soon to be tens of thousands.
No reason.
Yes, for no reason.
For no reason. What do you mean no reason?
For no reason.
Well, because of the DOGE?
There's no reason for us to, there was no reason for us to cut any of those jobs.
So
right.
So there's no reason for. Okay.
So much so that the FDA jobs that they eliminated, they rescinded those terminations.
Okay, so I assume that you
Sorry. Then TikTok can't hear me. But anyway, so much so that those FDA jobs that they ended late last week, that they've rescinded those terminations and brought them back. That's kind of important, right? Also, in other agencies,
they rescinded a few that bring them back, which some
What's
people do make mistakes. I mean, none of us are Jesus, correct?
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. If they were doing their due diligence, they would have been able to ascertain who should be removed from their positions and who should not. They shouldn't be bringing people back.
Yeah, and DOGE isn't going to save us any money. I mean, even Republican Congress members have said all of the things they said they planned to do and all the money they supposedly found wouldn't fund our government for more than 9 days.
Yeah, I don't trust any of those people who...
Yeah, I know. You only believe Trump. You only believe what Trump says and nothing else. I got it. Such a weird take. Like, could you imagine only believing what I said? No, Brad? Like, if I just told you something every day. Like, every day I said, hey babe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can fly, and I'm gonna fly, you know what I'm saying, to New York, not on a plane. I'm just gonna walk outside on the back patio and take off into the air.
Yeah.
Because that's how they believe. That's what they do. I don't believe the news. I don't believe science. I don't believe doctors. I don't believe, you know what I'm saying, Congress people. I don't believe history. I don't believe anything. Just Trump. Just Trump. Nothing else. If Trump said, this is the same way that North Koreans are about Kim Jong-un. They believe that man doesn't take shits. Seriously. They believe that he doesn't take shits.
Being spoken over.
Sure, go ahead.
And may we speak like adults without getting loud.
We're just
I
loud.
talk how the fuck I talk.
I understand you're passionate about what
cry
you
to
do,
your
but
therapist.
you know,
Don't cry to me.
You can speak regularly.
All
You're
right.
not going to tell me how the fuck to talk. I talk how I talk.
Allegedly, we're both men here.
Yeah. I talk how the fuck I talk. Stop crying.
Yeah, whatever. Anyhow, I would trust him more than I would trust any of these government swamp people because
he
number
is the
one,
fucking
you have to
swamp.
remember.
Has there ever been anybody in government that has been sued and found liable for fraud as many times as him?
Not that I'm aware of.
So, are you going to let me retort, or are you just going to talk over me?
Sure,
and
you said
argue,
swamp, so we're just
argue
clarifying.
like a black single mother?
What?
So now we're being racist too? He just
You
called
were
me a
racist
black,
too,
argue
you
like a
talked
black
about white
single
people.
mother.
Yes, because you're getting all loud with non-factual things, and you don't give a chance.
Everything I
for someone
say
to
is
retort.
factual.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
Anyhow,
we can easily fact check. Matter of fact,
anyhow,
I have this cool ass screen. Here, let me show you my cool ass screen, right? This cool ass screen, we like to call it show me your source, right? So on this screen, the show me your source screen, I can literally pull up anything and we can prove it. So
Is he Latin?
you see that screen? It's a beautiful. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're a brokey. You only have one device. But yes, we have a whole screen where we can show sources for everything that we ever say. So.
Okay, so am I going to be able to retort, or are you just going to keep speaking over me, sir?
Yeah, like a what did he say? Like a black single mom.
Number one,
I can't wait to post this.
I know.
I would believe him more than anyone else because number one, he's actually a successful businessman.
No, he's
in
not.
the private sector for many decades.
Nope.
If he's not a successful businessman, then why is his net worth of billions of dollars?
It's not.
It's not?
Nuh-uh.
What is his net worth then?
I mean, arguably his worth.
He recently made $4 billion alone a few months ago by opening up Truth Social. So
No, he didn't.
What are you talking about?
Truth Social lost money.
It was on the news when he sold up.
Truth Social lost money.
And
if that's the case, why does he owe so many? Why does he owe so many people money?
Everybody who makes money owes people money. You owe people money.
I mean, I have like one credit card that we just put something on recently, but for the most part, I don't have any debts.
You pay a mortgage, right?
Yeah, that's
debt.
That's literally like the only thing.
You make a car
But
payment,
that's a personal debt. That's not a business.
Hold
on. That's totally different, sir.
You pay insurance, right? That's also a debt.
Sir. Those are different things. You're talking about business debt versus personal debt. They're not the same. They're not the same. When you operate as a business entity, that debt belongs to the business, and he has debt within his business. That's not including his personal. So, if you didn't want someone to speak over you, why are you speaking over me?
Because you're a woman.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I might be. I haven't decided yet, because I'm quite liberal.
You don't know what a liberal is.
That's a fact. I bet you he doesn't even know what liberal means.
He doesn't.
It means someone who's retarded like you.
Oh my God! See what I'm talking about?
You can't.
Hey,
just
yo, listen.
say a
Literally,
slur.
go fuck yourself.
He hung up.
Of course he did. Crashed out. Of course he did. Crashed out. They all do. They're so fucking mediocre. It doesn't make any sense. So mediocre. Like, hey, listen. One, if I had the confidence of a mediocre white dude, I'd be controlling not just the United States, but like the globe. But secondly, who is this? I think it's your other friend. Yo, are they sitting next to each other and just telling people to use slurs? Oh man. Good morning.
Hi, this is the talk show? Or
Yes, it is. What's your name, age, and who did you vote for?
my name is James Sanborn. I'm 19, and I voted for actually voted for Donald Trump this year.
Okay. What did you call in to
And,
speak about?
Yeah, I was actually just calling in real quick to see what you guys thought about the.
Do you intend to use slurs at some point too? Can you just let me know now?
Oh, say that again.
I said, do you intend to use slurs as well? I said, if so, can you just let me know now?
No, I was just trying to have a conversation.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, not talking about the person who's running it, but what do you guys think of the Department of Government Efficiency?
It's a joke.
And what's your stance on it?
I think it's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. It's a joke. It's a clown show. It literally is a clown show.
Now, do you think the idea of it's a good idea, or do you just think the entire everything, do you think auditing the government's a bad idea in general?
So we already did. We had people called inspectors general, and DOGE got rid of them, particularly the ones that were involved in the agencies that were investigating Elon. So we already had that in place.
Sure did.
Okay. But what do you guys think about the fraud they've already come across? Do you think that's a good, are you very happy with what they found so far?
So
or,
the fraud that they said that they already came across was actually not fraud, and a lot of it was inflated. There were multiple things that they listed during their quote-unquote savings that they listed more than once. Like millions of dollars. Yeah, there's a couple of stories about it. There were things that they listed more than once to inflate those savings numbers. Besides the fact that many of those contracts that they canceled had already been paid out. There's no getting that money back. It's already been done.
Yeah. No, I did see that, yeah. I think
it's a dog and pony show.
Yeah. My personal opinion about the whole thing is the idea of it sounds awesome. However, the people they have, or specifically Elon Musk, I have no idea why or how they even thought that'd be a good idea having him run it. As I'm sure you guys could agree with me, that's the worst decision possible.
So the reason that they chose to do that was because prior to the election, Elon said that if Trump didn't win, both of them would be in jail. So the reason that he's running it is because he wanted to make sure that the agencies that were currently investigating him would no longer have the ability to investigate him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what the next 4 years will be like. I honestly think, at least in my personal opinion, people that are hard dick suckers when it comes to Trump, I think they're completely crazy. I think half the things they're saying is going to happen isn't going to happen. But I also believe that some people that truly do believe everything Trump is doing is the devil. I also believe that Trump is going to be doing some things that's actually good for the country.
Okay.
I mean, a mix of both.
So since he's been in office, is there anything that you think that he's done that's been advantageous for all Americans?
Well, it's only been a couple months, but, I guess I don't really have anything else on my head. But
well, I mean, he's put forth a shit ton of executive orders. So, do you think that there's anything that was within those executive orders that has been good for the country as a whole?
Well, honestly, it's too early to find out, I think it's way too early for people to put off anything to be done yet. With the economy and all that, who knows? With Trump saying that he's going to make everything perfect again, I think that's completely outlandish for him to ever say. Mm-hmm. But things that he is saying, I think some of it does have opportunity. We'll just have to see it out.
Okay, so what specifically do you think has opportunity to it?
I think opening up the Alaskan pipeline, even though it's awful for the ecosystem, is actually going to do a great thing for the economy.
Why?
I mean, if we get more oil in the economy, or more oil coming in, then obviously
we already drill and produce more oil than we ever have. The problem is we don't have refining capabilities. You know that we don't have refining capabilities for this oil. We actually have to sell it and then buy it back. and that was because of Donald Trump. He sold
Really?
he sold numerous refineries. Our biggest one that we had was in Port Arthur, Texas. He got rid of that. He sold it. Jared Kushner sold it to the Saudis.
Huh. That's interesting. And
So oil's not
actually, when
going to
did that
help.
happen? Yeah. I don't know. I think you guys can agree with me on this either way, though. The media and everything right now, both sides of it, it's kind of hard to think anybody's saying right now. And when it comes to at least a person that's my age and people around me, we
How
have
old are
all
you?
been having a hard time. I'm only 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my first year voting, but as you can imagine, there's two sides for media. There's Republicans and Democratic
Well,
media.
I mean, even arguably, that's not true anymore. Did you hear what they did to the Associated Press?
Go for it. No, I guess not.
So the Associated Press is one of the most non-biased media sources that we have in the United States. Like they're pretty fair in their reporting. They were removed from White House press briefings and not permitted to return because they didn't call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. So do you feel like that sounds like they're encouraging fair and free press?
Well, in that case, obviously not.
Yeah.
Obviously not. That's exactly what happened. But still, my point wasn't that the media is awesome. It was actually the exact opposite. That's that it's very hard to find and trust. On both sides of the election here this year, people were believing that if you don't vote for Kamala, the world's going to end, and the other half of the people were believing that if you don't vote for Trump, the world's going to end.
Well,
And very hard to take something useful out of both people saying that.
Sure. So did you graduate high school last year or the year before?
Last year, yes.
Okay, so you relatively are new out of high school, so you've had American history recently and global history. The people that were voting for Kamala were not saying that the world was going to end. We're saying that we were fast forward, like torpedoing into fascism. Do you remember any of your school lessons about fascism?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Did you by chance happen to study the tenets of fascism?
Honestly, not off the top of my head, but I'm sure I know some about it.
Okay, so there was a guy named Umberto Eco who had initially come up with it, and then it was later refined by Lawrence Britt. So we have these 14 tenets of fascism that we can look at, and we can see that Donald Trump actually embodies all 14 tenets. So when we were having these discussions prior to the election, we were warning people that Donald Trump is a fascist. And that's why at the bottom of the screen there it says fascist clown, because he actually is a fascist, and fascism is not good for the people as a whole.
Okay. And just to clarify here, what are fascist beliefs, and what is proof that Trump is trying to make America more fascist?
Sure, so we can talk about the 14 tenets of fascism if you want to. It'll give you a pretty good picture of what it is that we're talking about. So the first one is powerful and continuing nationalism. Fascist regimes tend to make a constant use of patriotic mottos and slogans like "Make America Great Again" and "America First," which was initially used by Adolf. So that's one of the first things. There's flags everywhere, all of the Trump 2024 and all of the MAGA hats and all of these things are part of that powerful and continuing nationalism. And then we go.
I think that's just more of a marketing campaign, isn't it?
I mean, you could say.
The first people to use America First was the Triple K.
Yeah, but every single politician has crazy marketing. Trump 2024, you see Harris Walls 2024 signs everywhere.
No, you didn't see them everywhere. You didn't see people wearing hats and T-shirts and bumper stickers and bobbleheads and watches and tennis shoes and Bibles and cereal and Trump Bitcoin and True. So, no, you don't see the same. No, you don't.
Right, and you can also take this as a comparison, right? So, for example, let's use Obama's campaign slogan. His campaign slogan was, "Yes, we can." That's an inclusive slogan, whereas America First is exclusive. You're excluding people from that. You're excluding the rest of the globe from what is going on. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's a stark difference there.
Yeah, I understand your point. I personally do disagree with it though, but I understand what you're coming on. I understand where you're coming
You can't
from.
disagree with something that and when you don't have a baseline knowledge of what fascism is and how it matriculates into a society. You can't. You can't say I disagree, but I don't even know any of the tenets. I don't know what signs I should be looking for. I don't know much about it, but I don't agree.
It's frozen.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, so that's all.
I'm just saying, you can't say I disagree when you don't have any foundation to base your disagreement on.
Right. So the America First was, is advocating for isolationism. And isolationism is not good for an economy. It's not good for the people. Then we also have disdain for the recognition of human rights. Because of fear of enemies and the need for security, people in fascist regimes are persuaded that human rights can be ignored in certain cases because of the quote-unquote need, right? They look for ways to approve of torture, executions, assassinations, long incarcerations, etc. So during Trump's last presidency, before he left office, he executed the most amount of people that we have in this country in what? Decades.
How many was that?
13 people. He specifically
13
asked,
people?
who can we execute before I leave? And then carried out those executions.
You guys don't believe in the death penalty in any situation.
Are you pro-life?
Am I pro-life?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have much of an opinion on any of that. I'm not too educated. I think the woman should have choice over her body at the end of the day.
Sure.
Okay.
But
you voted against it,
I didn't say I voted against anything.
Well, you voted for Trump, so you in fact voted against women having the rights to bodily autonomy.
Yeah, but he's not getting rid of abortion.
Well, he is.
Yeah,
No,
they're trying to
literally
federalize
said
it.
that he put and bragged about the fact that he put Supreme Court justices in place that would overturn Roe.
No, abortion is never going to go away. I guarantee it.
But it has in many states already.
So legally, yes.
Yeah, it's up to the states.
No, but legally it has begun to go away. It's been outlawed in many instances. And so even though abortion itself will not go away, the ability to have a safe abortion will in fact go away. People will still have them, but more people will die.
Yeah, and I think, obviously, safer for everything is a great idea. Make it much more accessible and safer for everybody. That's a great thing. But I still think, I still believe personally that states should still have the option to have abortion legal or illegal in the state. I think that's just an opinion of everybody in that state overall.
Well, but that they're
it's just
ignoring
like,
that though. You know that, right?
Well, that's that needs to be looked into then. But I'm just saying,
they're
that's my
ignoring the will of the
opinion.
people.
That's not good.
No, it's not. How do you feel about police having full immunity?
Police? Well, I always look at police as 9 out of 10 are great people, but there's always going to be a bad apple somewhere. But
What do you mean there's always going to be a bad apple somewhere? I don't know what you mean by that. Hello?
It disconnected.
Why?
I don't know. He hung up.
Uh,
Either he hung up or he lost the call. Or he dropped the call. Oh, I'm sorry, Mishi and Brett. We lost you guys. I know you can't hear when there's a phone call.
yeah, I'm trying to fix that right now. Caller, I don't know what happened, but if you would like to call back in, the call line is still open. If you don't, cool. There's other, if somebody else can call in, but the call line is open. Hey, Brett, I'm trying to fix it so that so you guys can hear and also engage.
Mishi's back. Hi, Mishi.
Hey, no, what I was saying is that we voted with fascists against the resolution for Russia to withdraw its troops from Ukraine yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So we voted with North Korea, Russia, Belarus, and Hungary, where all other countries voted that Russia needs to remove its troops from the border and from Ukraine.
Yeah.
So we are indeed a fascist country, you know.
You should turn them down.
Yeah, turn the alert noises down.
Turn them off or down?
Just down, like way down to like 10%, so we could still hear them, but not so that they're so prominent. Yeah, that's better. Because it ends up drowning out people's when they're talking.
Okay. Got it. Done. Yeah, I mean, Mishi, did we expect something? Oh, sorry, Mishi, did we expect something different though? Like, did we expect the United States to actually do the right thing?
Well, I think when it comes to that, I mean, I think he's going to get some real pushback from the Republicans, specifically Reagan Republicans, because that goes against everything that Republicans in the United States stands for, siding with Russia on this.
Yeah. I mean, I have zero faith, in our current government as it stands. Our current, president, obviously, our House of Representatives, our Senate. I mean, if we look historically at the Republican ran houses, we see that little to no legislation is ever passed. And when legislation is passed, it's never anything that's going to benefit the American people. And so,
They're failing us, though. I mean, beyond that piece, which that's always been, they're failing to protect we the people and the Constitution right now. And I hope they suffer the consequences of that when people vote.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hold on, we have another caller calling in from the YouTubes.
From Georgia.
I'm gonna jump so I can listen.
Okay, no problem. Sounds good. Hello, caller. Your name, age, and who you voted for, please.
Yes, my name is James. I'll be 48 this Saturday, and
happy birthday.
I voted for Trump this time. Yes, sir.
Okay. This time, so you hadn't voted for him previously?
I had not. I was actually a huge Bernie supporter back in 2016.
Okay. How do you go from Bernie to Trump, if you don't mind me asking? How do you go from somebody who's a democratic socialist to somebody who's a fascist?
In 2016, I was wildly optimistic that everybody could work together, and that the Democratic Party would, that everybody in the Democratic Party would unify with Bernie, and that everybody would see how good it would be to have universal health care and to have a properly managed government. And then I just completely lost faith in the system. I voted independent in 2020 and voted for Trump this time because I could not see everybody working together.
Well, Trump has no plan for universal health care.
No, he has no plan for it. But since then, and after doing a lot of research, I don't think that we could even afford universal health care, much less trust the government to run it without making lucrative deals with corporate America, the corporate entities that control medicine, control the services for health care. I just feel like government's being used now to funnel taxpayer money to corporate interests, and I base that on this right here. In 2000.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, I don't want to get too far ahead because there's so many questions that need to be asked. Are you a veteran by any chance?
No, I'm not a veteran.
Okay,
but
you've heard of the VA before, right?
Yes, I've heard of the VA.
Yeah, the VA provides health care, universal health care to our military.
Right.
It's not weighed down by corporate interests.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I know that Sanders and was a huge proponent of making that system more accessible and I guess make it a better service for the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I just but
now we've cut veterans access to health care. especially emergent care. Like, you know, they got rid of the self-deletion hotline. Sorry, I can't say the other word, but, you know, for veterans that want to take their own lives, they got rid of their means to access people that could counsel them away from making such a rash decision.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of overcorrection going on right now. I just, the pendulum, we see this in politics all the time. It swings one way and then the other, and I feel like this is a massive overswing.
Yeah, I don't think we've
like
ever swung this far before. I'm not in my lifetime, and you know what I'm saying, I'm in my mid-40s, well, nearly my mid-40s. We've never taken this large of a swing in ideologies before. I would say prior to the civil rights movement, it didn't matter, you know, which party you belonged to. It was all relatively the same, you know, given an idea or two. But since Reagan, I would say since Nixon, there's been a massive split in terms of how America feels about immigrants and black people and, you know, women, so on and so forth. I mean, I don't think they ever held much respect for them, but the more that black women, indigenous people, you know, immigrants and black people got rights, like the more benefits that they received out of disabled people, the more benefits that marginalized groups received, you know, the queer community, trans people, the angrier and angrier white America got, white men specifically.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of a natural consequence of social media in this era, because you have the ability to spread information and disinformation to everybody, and it's become so much easier.
You mean
to
like
use
using?
Yes, it's
you mean like using
so
X
much
and
easier to
Social?
create an. It's become so much easier to create whatever narrative, whatever spin you want. It's like whatever is the current crisis. For instance, everything with the planes crashing right now. In the same time period last year, we had about 50 more plane crashes. You know what I'm saying?
In the
so
United
it's not
States.
like it's not like we're having like this massive amount of plane crashes now. It's just we have a massive amount of them being talked about now. You know. So it's all perception, but when you were asking about how I felt about healthcare, universal healthcare, how I could swing from that, whenever I looked at the amount of money the federal government spent in the year 2000, it was 1.7 trillion, and then I look at how much they spent in last year, and it was about 6.5. That's even, I mean, when you account for inflation, that's 2 times more than we were spending in the year 2000. And it makes no sense to me. It's like, where is this money going?
Well,
where is the money going?
Actually makes perfect sense, though. Like,
do we have double the population?
Yeah, we have a much larger population, absolutely. Like, significantly larger population, number one. Number two, there's more people, like millennials is one of the largest populations, or Gen X and millennials are like one of the largest demographics on the planet, and you know, then they have kids, so yeah, our population is significantly higher. But aside from that, there's more people working, there's more education, there's more technology, there's more, and because there's more technology, now we can research more things, we can build more things. So I mean, yeah, there's now we have the internet, and infrastructure has changed significantly. So yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense that we'd be spending more money.
It doesn't make sense to me, because we've seen in that same time frame, the birth rate drop down to like 1.6 child per woman per lifetime.
Well, that's just been in the last like 2 decades, and you know why that is?
Yeah, because it's wildly unaffordable to have kids.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. So because we've allowed corporations to operate as people, you know what I'm saying, citizens united, because we refuse to raise the federal minimum wage, because we refuse, you know, to treat women as equitable citizens within our society, because we refuse to make sure that everybody has access to stable housing and health care. Like, why would women, you know what I'm saying, go out of their way to have children?
I feel like every one of those services, it requires labor, it requires services from some other individual, and I do not trust the government to manage that in a way that doesn't just funnel money to a billionaire somewhere.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing right now under Trump.
But
like, how many billionaires does he have on his cabinet right now?
I know of at least 2. So
there's 7.
Besides him.
Besides him, what? We literally handed power to a gang of oligarchs.
Yeah,
who have no attachment to working class people whatsoever. They are so disconnected from how the average American citizen has ever lived and have been so their entire lives. There's no, connection whatsoever to the average American citizen. None.
But in this case right here, I absolutely love it because it's front facing and they're addressing it.
But they're not.
According to a Forbes article from 30th of October last year, just a few days before the election, Kamala Harris had 30 more billionaire public supporters and contributors than Trump had. So everything that she was doing behind the scenes, everything that the Democratic Party does, all their handshaking, all of the deals that they make were happening out there. It took somebody to make an article about it because they're not public facing with it. But with the Trump term, at least the people can see it.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You realize that every single donation they take from every single person has to be public information?
Yes, but
so it is public facing.
But the billionaires can contribute as much as they want to whatever dark pack they want,
and it still has to be tracked.
Ever knows about
it. That's not true. We can look up to see who's on every single pack in America.
I also just want to bring light to the fact that when we talk about these billionaire donors, right? Look at what is coming out of each party. The Republican Party and the donations that they receive, the things that they're doing with the money has been harmful towards people. I don't know of any legislation that the Democratic Party has introduced that has been, they can't hear me.
Oh, sorry.
That has been used to actively harm people or cause legislation or put legislation up for a vote that is going to cause harm to people. Is there any legislation that I'm unaware of that the Democratic Party has introduced?
I haven't seen anything that they've introduced.
Right. So the money that they're getting, the Republican Party is more advantageous to lobbyists than it is to the people.
Sure
so there's
is.
a big difference there. We have to take that into consideration as well.
The Republican Party takes more money from Big Pharma. The Republican Party takes more money from insurance companies. And that's why they rail against universal health care. That's why Trump, day one in office, removed the caps on prescription drugs.
Right.
Because those people paid for him to be in office. Like, why should people have to pay $400,000 a month for insulin? Something that is relatively inexpensive to create. I'm talking about cost pennies and was given to us for free.
Trump just did the same thing that Biden did whenever Biden.
No, sir. Biden didn't reverse anything. That's not what happened. And this is the problem. When Trump says something, or the right-wing media says something, you guys just believe it. You don't go look it up for yourselves. You don't go check for yourselves. Biden didn't reverse anything. The cap on insulin was only for, people that were on Medicare. It was for a specific age group. And so he made it available for everybody. So Biden made it available for everybody.
But he did reverse it.
No, he didn't. He made it available for everybody.
I promise you, Biden reversed that.
He made it available for everybody.
And then he made another executive order. And yeah, it may have expanded it, but he did get rid of the other one, and then he claimed the credit for it.
Right. So no, you're not wrong about that. That order did need to be rescinded in order for the expansion to take place. So you're not wrong, but you're also not right. And he did deserve to take credit for it because Trump's order was specific to a certain subset of people, and not everyone benefited from it. So there's a difference there. But in order for Biden's order to go in place, which was advantageous for more people, Trump's order did in fact need to be rescinded.
Yeah, I suppose that the main thing that I voted for when I voted for Trump, and y'all might hate me for this, but I did vote for Musk to go in with
That
the
wasn't
DOGE.
even part of the campaign.
No, that was
So
something
no, you
that Trump,
didn't
that
vote
they
for
had.
that. You didn't vote for that because you didn't know anything about it.
No, month election that Trump had announced that he was going to form a Department of Government Efficiency. I did vote for that. And even in my liberalist of liberal days, all I wanted was for information to be out there to know where the
And nothing
money
is
from
out there.
government was being
He
spent.
didn't do anything that we didn't already know.
He's actually lying about
Yeah,
it.
and half the things that he said is not even true.
So DOGE, when they were talking about the money that they saved, they listed multiple accounts numerous times, inflating the amount of money that they're claiming to have saved. So it's not even, and there's no oversight on it. They're just saying what they want to say, and their official website is essentially just a landing space for tweets.
Like, he hasn't exposed anything. All of this has been public information from the beginning. Like, all of these,
from the inspector generals, right?
Correct.
Who ever since Obama's days, I've been following not social media, published media that have called 70-something.
We can't hear you. You're muffled, sir.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can.
Maybe I can step outside. I'm sorry. I'm taking a break at work right now, and I'm inside of a warehouse.
No worries.
Yeah, can we
Yeah,
can we ask you why it is that we're not auditing Elon, who gets $8 million a day from the United States government? Can we ask you why Elon was paid through USAID multiple times to provide Starlink for natural disasters here in the United States, for in Ukraine, and for in Gaza, and never actually provided Starlink, at least not for any continuous period of time? Can you tell me why inspector generals and the USAID were investigating him to find out where the money goes, and that's why he attacked the organization in the first place, or that department of our government? Can we ask you why USAID helped reform apartheid South Africa once the apartheid ended, and he has a beef with that? Like, you're talking about, like, being transparent and getting rid of corruption when the people who are currently holding the office are the corruption.
Yeah, a lot of that.
We have NASA. Why are we giving money to SpaceX instead of investing into
SpaceX? Because SpaceX is providing goods and service that at a fraction of the cost of what NASA.
No, they're not. We give NASA more. We give SpaceX more than NASA.
And before we were working with SpaceX, we had pretty much shuttered our own program, and we were contracting our payloads to Russia. Do you want to go back to paying Russia to send our stuff to space?
Well, I mean, you guys love Russia. We just voted alongside them today. I mean, yesterday.
Well, but what I'm saying is, before SpaceX, that was our alternative, was to hire another agency to send our stuff into space.
Turn it off. No. Sir, what do we? Okay,
Yeah.
What is it that we're going to space to do?
International space stations, satellite service to deliver satellites into space. Whatever money that we have as far as I won't say space exploration, but space research, like James Webb Telescope, stuff like that.
Yeah. So
we have a military, we have communication interests, we have research interests. I mean, we go to space for lots of reasons.
Yeah. Okay. Again, we have NASA, And if we funded NASA appropriately, we would easily be able to develop those very same things for ourselves without having to use an outside entity like SpaceX. In addition to that, we pay SpaceX more than we've invested into NASA. Last year,
I do agree. I do agree with you.
$3.8 something billion.
Yeah, I do absolutely agree with you that we should fund NASA. I do agree with that. I love everything about it. I think we should be mining the Kuiper belt, or you know what I'm saying. I think that we should be gathering resources from space.
Sure. But how do we know, you know what I'm saying, where the $8 million that goes to Elon every day? How do we know where that's going? Why aren't we auditing that? When's the last time the military has passed Pentagon has passed an audit?
Fucking never.
Yeah, I think they just failed the. I think they just failed the last 7, didn't they?
They've never passed an audit, not in modern history.
So
when Bush was in office, they were missing over $1 trillion. I can't even imagine what that number is at now.
We got Lexi for 5 on the wheel.
I can't either. That's which goes to exactly why I think.
But they're not going. But they're not going to. But they're not going to audit. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to audit the military. They're not going to take any of those government contractors away.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I trust Musk and them to do 100% of a good job, but what I am pleased with is that this is being talked about. It's been talked about by both sides now in a way that it never has in my entire lifetime. And looking at the projections where in just over 20 years, we're projected to spend at least 50% of the government revenue on paying down interest on the debt. I am glad that they're looking at ways to make the government more efficient. I'm glad that we're talking about that.
It wouldn't even fund our government for more than 9 days. So they've done nothing. It has cost us millions of dollars to find literally nothing that we didn't already know. Monies that was approved by the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives that has been, for the most part, Republican-led for decades. Like, we didn't find anything. There is no cuts. He's simply looking to cut money from the federal government to allow himself and other billionaires to get massive tax cuts, which is simply going to bankrupt our economy and erase our middle class. And then if we add on removing 11 million undocumented immigrants, or 12 million, however many he said, when we don't even have 12, but 11 plus million undocumented immigrants from our country, it's going to bankrupt our housing market. It's going to destroy our agricultural sector. It's going to destroy our infrastructure and new builds and things of that nature. Like it's going to destroy our hospitality sector. Like, it doesn't do anything positive for the country. Nothing. None of the things that he has proposed are going to help the average American citizen. Nothing.
So do you think the government is being run efficiently right now? I mean, you just said that the Department of
I don't want a government at all.
Defense.
I prefer not to have a government at all.
So you would prefer a communist economic system?
Absolutely.
I don't think you could have that. You'd have to have someone you would have to have someone to deal with dissenters, and you would have to have somebody calibrating the scales. It's just not possible to have that kind of a system without some sort of authority.
You have society. We are the authority. Do you need to be policed?
People are dumb, man. That would not.
Yeah, I know.
That just would not go over well.
A bunch of them voted for Donald Timothy Trump. Voted for a known con artist, an adjudicated rapist. Yeah, people are dumb. Like, literally, the man's wife said that he raped her and ripped out her hair.
Yep.
In court.
Yep.
And then asked her the next morning, did it hurt?
Yep.
His own wife. And they're like, yeah, it's cool. He can be president. 34 felonies. Yeah, it's cool. He can be president. For cheating on his wife days after she had a baby with a corn star.
Can't argue with you there.
Do you have daughters?
I have 3 daughters.
Yeah, I have 5. If one of your daughters came home from school and said the captain of the football team raped her, sorry, I can't use the actual word, terms of service, what would you do?
Oh, I'd exercise one of my other rights. So.
Okay, got you. What if, but what if he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, found guilty?
It wouldn't go to trial.
Oh.
I would probably go to trial.
Gotcha. So provided that it wasn't your daughter, then you don't care.
No, it's not that. I think that when you get right down to the meat of it, I'm more of an accelerationist. I don't see how it is possible to continue on the current path that we are.
Think about how many marginalized communities are going to be devastated for your accelerationism. Because to be honest with you, I'd love to watch this bitch burn. However,
No.
trans individuals, disabled individuals, women, young girls, undocumented immigrants, children that were born here in the United States that have birthright citizenship, but their parents don't have citizenship. Their parents being snatched away, and now these children go into foster care systems, which is the largest source of trafficked children in the United States. Like, you don't care about the implications of what you did. You don't care how many people, because I'm assuming that you're a white man, I'm just guessing, but you don't care how many people are hurt in the process, because at the end of the day, there's little that's going to happen to you.
I think that what I want is for it to burn while I'm still young enough and healthy enough to defend my family. I don't want my daughters out there having to worry about me whenever this whole thing burns, because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. The two sides, I say our two sides, I'm not even a Trumper.
You are now.
I think that the sides, the ideologies are irreconcilable, and I want to be around whenever everything crashes.
If you think that you're somehow, one man, going to be able to defend your family from absolute bedlam, you're not living in reality, friend.
I trust that I would be able to help more now than I would whenever I'm old and decrepit. Because
you know the average life expectancy? Do you know the average life expectancy of a soldier in the first Civil War?
I do not.
Yeah, something like 17 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is it's inevitable. It's going to happen. We're going to have some sort of grid down situation. Somebody's going to launch an EMP. Somebody's going to attack us with a virus. Hell, they're probably going to use agents just to take out substations. I've made preparations to take care of my family in those events. I want to see it through.
At the cost of marginalized communities.
They have every right that I have to make their own preparations.
But they don't have resources.
Why don't they have resources?
The vast majority of American citizens are $500 to $1,000 away from abject poverty. They're one medical emergency away, one broken down car that they need to get back and forth to work, one, you know what I'm saying, HVAC system going out, or the refrigerator going bad, or, you know, their oven no longer working, or their hot water heater going bad. They're one fucking emergency away from being homeless, houseless.
So am I. So am I. All I'm saying is that we cannot go on the way we've been going on. Is inevitably going to break down, and you might as well just make preparations for it.
Only 25% of the soldiers who fought in the American Civil War survived. 25%. Only a quarter of them survived.
Let me ask you something. What do you see for America's future? Let's say we get through the next 4 years. We somehow make it through the skin of our teeth. What's the inevitable conclusion?
Well, I mean,
we're gonna lose rights because the government is going to
because we gave over the country to fascists.
Yeah.
The government is going to make decisions about allocations of resources. We're going to be severely limited in the things that we can own.
Yes, by
Probably
deporting
gonna
a
go the
bunch
route
of people.
Canada.
Yeah, by going into trade wars, which he just announced, yesterday, that he's absolutely going to put the tariffs on Mexico and Canada starting this week, which is only going to devastate our economy.
We're going to wind up paying a tax on air like Canada does, even though they got 518 billion trees that fix 20 times their carbon output. We're just going to descend into some kind of weird government controlled lifestyle. It's going to be bizarre, and people are going to fight against that. I mean, we're inevitably headed to civil war.
But civil war is only going to lead, to a Reconstruction era, and then hyper-militarized, police forces, even further hyper-militarized police forces. Essentially, we'll live in a police state, governed by military moving forward. Like, we're just going to turn ourselves into Russia.
Yeah, we'll break up.
Or North
You'll
Korea.
have some factions. You'll have some independent states, some factions of states. It'll wind up fractured.
Why do we want that, though?
Because the only other thing that I can think of would
like the
be
government should be regulating corporations. The government should be regulating, businesses and making sure that employers are taking care of their employees. The government should be regulating the housing market and healthcare and things of that nature. The government should be regulating consumer lending practices. They should be doing that. What they shouldn't be doing is regulating our bodies,
right?
And our, and our freedom to live, in the manner in which we choose. Our gender ideologies, our ability to worship in the manner or not worship if we choose not to. Like, those are the things that the government shouldn't be involved in. You're saying that you want that people such as yourself who voted for Trump say that they want less government, but that's not what we have here. We have more government overreach. We have the government telling parents what they can do with their children, telling schools how to educate, telling women what they can do with their bodies, telling people in the queer community and the trans community whether or not they're allowed to live, their internal truth. Like, this is more government. This isn't less government.
Correct.
Yeah, what I would love to see more than anything is our current antitrust and monopoly laws enforced.
And
I think
we don't.
that would go more than halfway to getting us to a good place as a country. But we don't, because people grease politicians' palms, and then they get exclusive government contracts.
Yes, and all of those people now are under
competition.
Trump.
Yeah, and now everybody sees it. It's just like a win situation for me. If Trump turns out to be the most
At
corrupt
the
president
expense of
ever, it'll be
marginalized
exposed.
communities. At the expense of the safety and well-being of your daughters.
Right.
So everyone that's being marginalized needs to fight against it. We have contingencies in
But they can't. Trans
for
people
that.
make up less than 1% of the population. Disabled people don't have the ability to just go out there and fight back. Like, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Children don't have the ability to go out there and fight. When they cut off their access, to stable housing and health care and food. When they remove SNAP benefits and TANF and Medicare and Medicaid. Elderly people don't have the ability to go out there and fight. When they cut access to Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. And their SNAP benefits.
It sounds like a great opportunity for people that support those people to fight for them. I mean, those people need.
We can't fight our government. All it takes is for Trump to declare a state of emergency and unleash the United States military on the population, and it's a wrap.
Right.
I would rather die fighting than I would rather die fighting than to just lay down and let all of this stuff inevitably roll out slowly across a couple of decades.
Speak for yourself. Like, can you name a time in history where conservatism has been good for a society?
Yeah, I would probably say the 50s and 60s.
Terrible for society.
Back-
You mean when
back-
black people were literally were segregated from the rest of the society? When women weren't able to own a bank account or a house
Or property.
or a car or vote?
But the largest middle class in the entire world emerged from that
From
era.
socialism.
That's whenever the
from the New Deal. That was socialism that did that. From charging 91% tax rates on the ultra wealthy.
That's exactly right. And I think
But he's giving them tax cuts.
corporate tax rate. Yeah, I think the corporate tax rate was anywhere between 30. I think it got up to the 50% around then. But think about
corporate tax rate was in the 90s. Over
no.
the first $100 million.
Yeah, the corporate tax rate never got up to 90%. That was personal tax rate. The corporate tax rate, I think the highest it ever got was in the 50s. But what the beautiful thing about that era is that it ushered in the era of civil rights. So many things that the government did.
Those people weren't conservative. Like none of those were
So many
conservative
things.
policies.
I know, but the conversation was there. The litigation was there. There are so many of our rights that emerged not from an executive order or initially not from legislation drafted by Congress, but through findings in the court system. So to me, that's wonderful. That just shows our Constitution working.
But it required a Great Depression for us to ever even get close to that.
And sometimes that's what has to happen. Hard times create strong people.
What?
A third of our society died.
And hard times create strong people. Good times create weak people. I'm sorry. People are going to have to get strong.
We were funding Yahtzee Germany at the time.
Yeah, people are going to have to get strong. And so that's why I listen to liberal lives way more than I ever listen to conservative lives. And I do it because...
Sir, conservatives
I
in the
feel like
United
I can
States,
actually...
Republicans in the United States are liberal. I'm tired of people saying that word and not knowing what it means. Liberal means that you believe in deregulation of corporations. Liberal means that you believe in free market capitalism. Liberal means that you believe in personal autonomy from the government. Like, Republicans believe in all of that, or at least they say they do.
I think that if you want to go with the classic liberal, yes. I'm going with what liberal refers to now.
The pejorative that conservatives created, you mean?
No, what I mean is that a classic liberal is all of those things you just said, but the definition now, the modern use of the word, is not any of that stuff that you said.
So what do you think the difference is?
You think that Democrats don't believe in free market capitalism? Because they do. You think that Democrats don't believe in personal autonomy from the government? Because they do. They're the ones who are fighting for women's right to choose.
Right.
Like, you think that they don't believe in deregulation of corporations? Like, Bill Clinton deregulated the fuck out of corporations.
Yeah. I think that Democrats, modern Democrats, do not at all believe in deregulating corporations. I think that
When's the last time that the Attorney General under a Democratic president brought a lawsuit for monopolies?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I think that Democrats now believe in, I think that both parties believe in regulation that is a mutual funnel, a mutually advantageous deal that just funnels taxpayer money to corporations. And that's both parties. So I think that right now with Trump as president, we're getting to see the ugliest version of corporate government partnership right there in our faces, and people can make up their own minds what they're going to do. But as for me,
I don't think that people are going to be allowed to make up their own mind. Like there's
Why
been
not?
multiple activists in the United States that have been arrested under the Trump administration already for speaking their mind.
I mean, they kicked the AP News out of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Associated Press is not even allowed, you know what I'm saying, in press conferences until they say the Gulf of America, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. He hasn't passed a single piece of legislation, signed a single executive order that would be beneficial to all American citizens. Not one.
Yeah, and I think that people are noticing that, and I think that that is good for people as a whole to see what's going on right there in their faces.
He's just an accelerationist. That's it.
I just don't understand that. Like I can't make decisions to the detriment of marginalized communities. I've never been that person. I'm never going to be that person. I don't care how much I, you know what I'm saying, like want there to be expansive change within our government. I'm not going to do it. You know, I'm not going to especially because I live, you know what I'm saying, a somewhat privileged life. I'm not going to use my privilege to harm other people.
Yeah, I can't do that.
And I understand. I totally understand. I suppose that maybe because I've made up my mind about how I'm going to look at government, and I've made adjustments in my life to be able to intercept problems, and I don't have to rely on government aid, that it has insulated me from some of the consequences of
But there's
government.
disabled people that do.
You know what I'm saying?
There's disabled people that do. There's single mothers that do. There's plenty of there's elderly people that do. There's disabled veterans that do. There's tons of Americans that do need that aid.
Yeah. Great job.
And all I've heard you say is me.
Well, I'm never going to vote against my own self-interest. So, and right now my self-interest is to see government corruption collapse. And if that means that everybody has to see it.
But that's the thing. The interest.
To believe it.
To put corrupt people in office to see government corruption is just the weirdest concept I've ever heard of.
No. No matter who you put in office right now, there's going to be corruption. This is just outward, front-facing government corruption that people can see. So I'm all for that.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in.
No problem. I hope you have a good day. And you said you were in your mid-40s?
Yep.
You don't look a day over 30, man.
Hey, Jones.
I appreciate that. Hold on 1 second, Lux. All right, well, I appreciate that.
Have a good rest of your day.
All right.
Yeah. Whew. What up, Lux?
My bad, y'all. I guess when I came up, I couldn't hear him anymore.
Yeah, you couldn't hear him. That's all good.
No worries.
My fault. I just
call.
Here's my super quick.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. Here's my super quick thing. A lot of y'all, quote unquote, accelerationist or whatever BS y'all are trying to put. Y'all are the same motherfuckers that sit on your ass and do fucking nothing all day. You're such an accelerationist and you waiting for stuff to burn down and you're sitting on your ass and you won't throw the first stone. It's the same thing that all the people that are doing the whole, we're gonna be activists and we need to go on the front line, and you're sitting on your ass at home. You're sitting here watching people like NORADs and Jones put feet to the fucking ground, put boots to the ground, march, and all of the creators that I mod for, that I follow, that are my mutuals, that are actively going out to protest, actively legislating. I know people that are running for seats in states, and y'all are sitting on your asses talking about, I'm glad we can now see it in our face. We've been seeing it in our faces. Guess what? Y'all didn't give a fuck when all this shit has been happening for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Y'all never gave a fuck. And now that it's slowly starting to affect you, it's, well, I want everyone to be able to see what's it's been going on. You did not care. And you're sitting on your butt and you're not doing anything. So respectfully, like, all this acceleration is BS. Go ahead and take that shit, put some boots on and go out into the streets and do what you got to do, because I'm tired of all the yapping. Y'all doing a lot of yapping. And not to be that person, but like, y'all sound like children. Like y'all sound like tough guys on the internet. Y'all sound like, like YNs that want to do stuff, but just doing a lot of yapping and not a lot of like putting hands to be like, it's the same dudes that like Jones, when you be going on the panel with Pub and them dudes begin up, Jones, I'm gonna put my hand if I ever saw you.
Oh, I know.
But they'll never do it. Like you're just talking, bro. You are just talking out of your ass.
My son is at the bottom. My son's at the bottom in the bottom box. I mean, I'm sure you.
Oh, what's up, baby Jones?
Yeah, he can tell you. Never in my life has anybody said any of the shit that people say on TikTok to me in real life. Now, people have said, "Oh, you want to step outside?" I've literally walked over and held the door open, like let's rock, and they don't come. They're like, "Oh, nah, never."
They just talk like it's all talk, and the whole people are just gonna have to be marked. You don't even put boots to the ground. If you're so worried about your daughter, sir, and what they don't need to experience, again, why don't you go put boots to the motherfucking ground and go make sure that your daughters are safe? Well, no, you're not going to do that. Instead, you're going to vote for a man that's been that's been held liable for things like rape, and you're going to vote them into office, and you're going to vote into office men who are actively taking rights away from your daughters, actively taking rights away from men that look like you, men in the military, men that are actively being disadvantaged, and you're going, well, I voted for control of big government. I don't want them to be able to. I want to deregulate. You don't care. Like all this whole obfuscating and creating excuses that's for why you're a bad person. Right. We see through it. That's it. That's all.
I just feel like you know what I'm saying? Like you're just trying to gaslight me in 4K. And this was part of the speech. For those of you who haven't seen my speech that I delivered this past weekend in New York, but this is just a snippet from it. But this was like the crux of everything that I was saying. But as far as black people are concerned, as far as women are concerned, especially black women, as far as indigenous people are concerned, as far as the queer community is concerned, as far as the poor are concerned, as far as undocumented immigrants are concerned, we've already faced the truth of fascism. We lived it. We carried its weight in our bodies, in our histories, in our families. We have buried our ancestors under it, raised our children despite it, and built this country with blood-stained hands, while those who held the whip reaped the rewards.
And that was the bar, Jones. That was the bar.
We've always seen it. We've always known it. Always. It's just now. It's just now. When you just lost your cushion. You know what I'm saying? When you just lost your comfort in this country. Some of you guys lost your federal employment. Some of you have lost your prescription drug costs being limited, like the gentleman who came on a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Some of y'all have, because of the funding freeze, have lost the money that was coming to you to run your farm or your small business. And now you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Now it's real life.
Yep.
Now it affects you.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why it's such a problem when people are voting specifically for the needs that are specific to them and them alone, right? The society runs as a collective. Society doesn't run as individuals. So when you vote and you make these choices that impact society as a whole, as simply an individual, you are going to see those negative effects. That stuff is going to happen to you. And then more often than not, like we see all these Trump, regret votes going, well, how? Why?
Dre,
well, because we tried to tell you. You answer the call.
I'm gonna let y'all cook. As always, everyone, it's 1.2K people in here. We had 1,000 subs, but I think we need 500 more. So
almost there.
Speaking of putting boots to the ground, go ahead and pay that little $3, $4, $5 and become a sub. And shout out to the people that are sending subs today. I think Leslie sent like 10 earlier. Shout out to Leslie. So if you guys want to go ahead and send a friend a sub, you can also send to like people that you follow specifically. If they're in the live, you can actually send specifically subs to them. So make sure y'all kill that. Support the live. As always, help people like Jones and NORAD that are putting boots to the ground and that are actively helping their communities and that are actively actually doing the work and not just sitting on their asses and talking and yapping and doing all this other BS that y'all got going on, go ahead and support those people and make sure that people like that are being propped up in our communities so that like we can actually have the fight of fascism, not that BS that y'all like to do and sit on your couches and be on social media and 20 minutes later you act like you didn't, whatever just happened ain't fucking happening. What's happening in our government now ain't happening.
Right.
Cook y'all. I love y'all. Hi, Baby Jones.
Love you, Lux. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Hey guys, listen. We have $800 left before we can spin that wheel. We got $800. Oh shoot, no Raz. Can you use your other phone to show them the merch? I'm gonna put you on the big screen and then I'm gonna answer this call.
Okay. You can answer the call while I pull it up. I can put it up in the background.
Good morning. Name, age, and who you voted for. Hello, caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? All right, they hung up. Quentin, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Have you had some water? Said something kind about yourself?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, well, listen, y'all. There's, like I said, there's $800 left. No Rads is about to show you guys what it is that you get with the spin. There we go. Spin to win.
So this is the back of the hoodie. I have to pull up the pants for you. But this is a beautiful...
Oh, shit. You all right?
My bad. I dropped my controller and then I dropped my phone.
This is limited edition Black History Month sets by Dantrell Bonet Boone and Bone the Streetwear Collector. I think we already got rid of all the Bones. We might have one more left.
Bone is out.
Bones out?
Yeah, for sure it's out.
Okay, Bones. Okay, so but we don't have any more Bones. We only have.
If that changes, we'll let you know. But I don't want you to get your hopes up.
We'll let you know.
So this is part of Dantrell's Freedom Collection. Dantrell is a world-renowned artist who does amazing work with art in his art therapy in his community, and so we are supporting Dantrell, and he's helping us out by helping the Tough fam support their communities. This is the back of the hoodie. I can get the pants and the piece of art.
His art program had government funding, but because of the funding freeze and because of the cuts, it no longer has funding. So this is a way to keep that art program going in the community. That's the front with the Sankofa bird. These are going to be numbered 1 through 5, and you also get a limited edition print signed by the artist as well.
But that's not all, because Dantrell was kind enough to offer to have a signed tote, and that tote is going to have that piece of art that was that I just showed you, the Freedom art that is coming in a print on the and also on the hoodie. It's going to be a tote bag that he is going to sign for you. Again, that's the piece of art right there. He's going to sign that. And so that's not available anywhere. None of this is available anywhere. This is exclusive to what we're doing here for these spins. So it's $5 for one spot on the wheel, $50 for two, $100 for how many? Three? And then $200 for 5. So that's going to get you a spot on the wheel. We decided to keep doing it as a hat draw because that's what you guys wanted. So essentially we're putting you on the wheel.
Unless y'all want to do it a different way. And if you do, then you got to let me know.
It's got to be an overwhelming majority though. If you're looking for Bone the Streetwear Creator, they are findable on Twitch. They are no longer on TikTok.
So let's clear that goal so we can pick a winner for today. Cash App, PayPal, and Tip Jar are all in my link tree. Also in No Rads' link tree as well. If you want to use Venmo, you're going to have to use No Rads' Venmo. I don't use Venmo. But I mean, if everybody sent $1, no, you won't get on the wheel, but you'll still help to reach the community goal. Thank you, Cassie G. I'm going to take this next caller from the YouTubes.
Thank you, Brandon. Good morning, caller. Name, age, and who you voted for.
Hey, I'm here. Are you guys there?
I am.
All right, I got all the rules down. No slurs. We're going to keep it cordial. Are you ready? I'm going to take you on a story based off your last point that you have posted up there, which is what, Project 2025?
Sure.
Check it out.
Well, hold on one second. What? Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, project.
I'll
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yep, project 2025. Got it. Yep.
So have you guys been on the nose.net?
No.
THEKNOWS.net?
No.
That is spearheaded by the head of the anti-2025 project.
Okay.
He was the editor-in-chief of Vice Media for 7 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay, back when Vice was valuated at $4 to $5 billion.
Okay.
This person invented Viceland, brokered the deal, sold it to HBO. He invented Vice News. Are you familiar with any of these media outlets?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take you on a little journey. He's living with his parents in Sarasota, Florida. Okay, he is broke. Okay, the game is over because when you get wokety, woke, you go brokety, broke, like Joy Reid. So if liberal means capitalist, then you guys should be very, very happy for the movement that is happening in the media landscape, which is the podfather is swinging the wrecking ball. And you guys are trying to get on the bandwagon with your outrage channel and getting people that voted for Trump to call you merely to get clicks. So this is called clickbait, and Vice learned a valuable lesson
This is such
with
a
this.
waste of
And
my
you guys
time.
should do your own. You should do your own empirical research on Vice and the name I dropped on you, because he is not only a peer, he is a best friend of mine that ceased communication with me because of the last election.
What's his name
now?
again?
It's Rocco Castoro, editor-in-chief Vice News. That was my best friend in Gainesville, Florida,
an editor-in-chief
for 5 years.
What's wrong? Oh, an editor-in-chief is not the owner, so I mean, it's not like he would have been worth billions.
Whoa. This guy was apolitical down the middle. They marched Biden in his office in like 2008, 9, 10 to just introduce him to people, and he goes, I ain't writing stuff for you or against you. This is when Vice was edgy. It was when they were on the front lines of Assad firebombing Damascus, and they had live footage of 10-year-old kids getting sliced in half with Arabian swords. Okay, this was real news. Now what is Vice? What is Vice now? Garbage. What's it valuated at? Garbage. Who's number one? Joe Rogan.
No.
No.
So
he's
just
not.
follow
No, he's
that.
not. No, Joe Rogan's not. Go ahead.
Joe Rogan.
All right, who's number?
The Midas touch is actually number one.
The Midas touch?
Yep.
I didn't hear about him during the last election cycle.
Midas touch is number
Maybe
one.
Kamala would have served her constituents better by actually doing 3 hours on the Midas touch then, right?
Well, Joe Rogan did not want to agree to work with Kamala Harris's schedule.
That's not true. That's all
very much
false.
is true. No, it's
That
very
is
much
all false. They've
Why are
posted
you
the
yelling at
receipt.
me?
I'm not yelling. You're one to talk. Look at your host. Are you
I'm not
like
yelling,
being?
sir. I'm using
Are you
my,
being
my
serious right
regular
now?
Talking voice. Like, you're getting super excited.
I'm
for
gonna
it.
raise my tone when you come off with a bunch of BS, which is Rogan has shown the receipts.
No,
The
yeah.
Kamala campaign didn't even reach out to them.
That-
Didn't even reach out to them.
Hey, friend. I worked with Kamala Harris's campaign. That's a fucking
I
lie.
feel sorry for you. So you know what it's like to be on a losing team.
Yeah,
And Vice News is a losing team.
Okay.
Well, where's Dukakis? Where's all the girls that worked for Dukakis? Because they're not bragging about it now.
Why do the men always crash out the second I fucking start talking? Every time.
They're sensitive.
Well, okay. Oh, you know what? You have the floor. And I implore you.
You don't give
I
anybody the
implore
floor,
you-
bitch. Like the fuck you think you are?
I implore you to ask questions to the caller about what is the diversification between you and your best friend, the media mogul at Vice. What did I do differently?
Oh my god. Like you're so
Yeah.
Your friend
I look at your fake leather couch and your horrible
No, this
lack
is
of
real.
artwork.
That's real.
Spin that camera around like MTV Cribs and show us the lack.
Of what?
Of what?
That Go show us the Formica. Go show me
my
the Formica countertop.
You want to see my 8
Go
bedroom
show
house? Which bedroom
your
do you want to
eight.
see first?
Walk us through it. Walk us through it.
Sure.
It's stimming.
Unfortunately,
You're in a track. I guarantee you, if you walk out the front door, you live in a track neighborhood. I
No.
bet you $1 right now.
Okay. Sir,
I bet
the
you a dollar
407
you're not on a lake. You are not lakefront, and in Florida, if you're not lakefront,
Hey friend,
you're nothing.
the 407
You're-
number is a Google Voice number. You
You
pick
already
where
said
it
you're in
comes
Florida.
from.
You're in
Yes, we
Florida,
are in Florida, but you
right?
can in fact pick where the number comes from.
And I guarantee if you walk out the front door, your neighbors are stacked on you, and you're not lakefront.
No,
Okay.
why would we want to
But
live
I
in front
can
of a
show
lake?
you.
We have children.
I can show you a
hold on.
drywall
Here,
contractor
let me do something
within
really quick.
30 miles
Let
of
me do
you.
something
That's
really quickly.
lakefront.
Yeah, let me do something. really
Okay.
quick. Okay. Yeah, now you can't talk at all, you baby bitch. Hey, listen. I would not have a house in front of a lake. I have children, small children at that. There's gators in Florida, just in case you guys didn't know. And also, I don't want my children to drown. That's why we have an alarm on the back door and an alarm at our pool so that our children can't just go outside and get in the water by themselves. Because that's called responsible parenting, right? Like we can literally walk from our front door to a beautiful water park. Like his idea of what, you know what I'm saying, like how we should be living is absolutely disgusting. Like we live a comfortable life that we fucking want. That we want. You're a mediocre shitbag. Literally. Literally. Nobody cares about you. You're a worthless POS. Just so you guys know, Vice News is worth $5.7 billion. So I don't know what fuck the slapnuts is talking about.
Besides the fact his friend left there a decade ago.
Right. His friend left there a decade ago, and he only worked there for 5 years as editor-in-chief. Not even 5, 4 years as editor-in-chief. His friend.
You better now?
I've been fine the whole time. The point is, blue-collar America took the power away from your institutionalized puppets, i.e. the education system, the bureaucracy system.
Spell bureaucracy.
Well, why is everyone whining that federal employees get fired and nobody whines when 10,000 Hewlett-Packard employees get fired?
I don't care about either of them.
Stop whining that they're cutting the fat at the federal level. If you can't
They're
go
not.
to the city, if you go to the city, if you go to any DMV anywhere and you look
They're
around
not
the
cutting the
10
fat.
people-
They're just moving it to the ultra wealthy.
Okay, so let's get off that topic and have a sincere conversation with me. If
You
got an
can't be
office with 30
sincere.
people in it,
You want to have a
don't
dick
think
measuring
that
contest,
you
and I
could
promise
fire-
you lose.
you couldn't fire 3 people out of 30 and still run your office the same?
Why would I? I wouldn't have them there if they
Because-
weren't valuable in the first place.
What? Because you're a nonprofit and you're ripping off your donors by bloating the administration, like most nonprofits.
No, we don't
Have you ever
do
been
any
a
of
part
that.
of a nonprofit?
We don't do any
A
of that.
nonprofit where someone makes $350,000
No,
at the
we don't
top, but
believe
it's a
in that.
nonprofit.
Yeah, we don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that? Okay, I don't believe in that either. What about your federal government workers starting off with not millions in their bank account and finishing with millions in their bank account? Is
Who?
that right?
Who? Name a person.
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, God.
Nancy Pelosi has investments outside of the government. Not only
That's
does
great.
she
Was
have,
she rich?
but also,
Okay,
also
was
so
Jo-
did her husband. They came from money. Yes, they came from money.
I'll concede it. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden wrote a
of
book after he
service.
was vice president.
I'm sorry, a lifetime
went on a
of
speaking
service.
tour.
47 years of service at a
Yes.
public salary.
Also,
He
real
ends up with
estate
millions.
investments in the stock market, being
So,
able
what
to
about
write a
sta-
book after being vice
Do you know what a
president and going
statesman-
on speaking tours. Yes.
Do you know what a statesman is? What's a statesman to you?
A statesman is somebody who works on behalf of the people.
No, a statesman is somebody who has acquired enough wealth that he has the time to sit and ponder. If you don't have that time on your hands, then your mental bandwidth is not opened up. Okay? If you're worried about making a mortgage payment, how are you going to run my country?
A skilled, experienced,
Okay.
respected political leader is a statesman.
No, a statesman is
A
someone who
statesman is a
becomes
skilled,
wealthy
experienced,
first
and
then
respected
built-
political
Can
leader.
Can I talk?
No, I'm telling you the definition. A statesman is a skilled, experienced, and respected political leader. Somebody who works for the people.
All of that comes first. Skilled and respect comes before politics. Okay?
Still a political leader.
So
Okay, Shan, I got your
Okay,
10.
what did Barack Obama accomplish before becoming a senator? That was so amazing.
The Harvard Law Review?
Seriously?
Yes.
Whoa. We're talking academic accolades. I'm talking once you got your degree. And
The
now you're
Harvard
a
Law
real man.
Review after he got his degree.
Okay. What value did you add to your community? What did you do besides being the guy that can find a restaurant without an ADU wheelchair access and you sued them? You find buildings with people living in them that are inadequate. Excuse me? He was a community organizer.
So he was doing things for the community?
He was for how long? How long of a career did he have? How long was Kamala's career before politics?
She came straight out of college and was an intern at the DA's office.
Wait, okay, so she's been a government worker
her whole
entire life.
Yes, serving the people.
Right. Whoa. Serving yourself. You can't be fired.
Yes, you
can.
You can be fired.
Every single position that she held, she was voted in. District attorney, attorney general, senator, vice president. Every single one of those positions that she ever held, she was voted in.
You're making my point.
No, she could have been voted out. You said you can't be fired.
You are making my point for me.
Removed from those positions as well. If you look at Governor Ron DeSantis, he removed.
So hold on. You have people. You have self-accomplished men like Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
No, sir. Okay. Yep. No.
Hate
Shut your ignorant fucking ass up. Elon Musk is not self-accomplished. Elon Musk has never created anything ever. His parents gave him millions of dollars. He bought PayPal. He stole Tesla, which was intellectual property. Bought the people out when they sued him. He has never created anything ever. Not SpaceX, not Tesla, not Twitter, not PayPal, not nothing. Oh, I take that back. He did make a video game that was much like Asteroid or whatever you call it when he was young. Also, Donald Jimothy Trump. Had he just taken the money that his father gave them and invested it in a Roth IRA, he'd be worth more money now than he ever was. But instead, he squandered it on harebrained fucking scams. MLMs and bullshit like that. Trump Steaks, Trump Airline, Trump University, the Trump Foundation, the Trump Organization. All the fraud, fucking fraud, more fraud. He's a fraud. These guys are not self-made. They did not create anything for themselves. It was handed to them.
You feeling better after going to your safe place?
No, I'm just not going to let some mediocre white man talk over me. That's all.
Hey, my name is my name on my Google handle. You can literally Google my business.
You can
right
Google me.
Now. Yeah, but you don't run a multi-million.
Tell me the last time you were in the New York Times.
The New York Times? Is that your? Oh.
Tell me the last time you were in Medium. Tell me the last time. Show me any article written about you ever.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Please. Are you serious right now? Do you want me to take you to school?
Yes, let's go.
You said you have a laptop in front of you and you can look stuff
Multiple.
Go to my website. See how many times I've been on TV for saving
nobody cares
people's
about you
lives.
Being on TV.
For saving people's lives.
So whose life do you save?
Hey, so
what do
where
you mean?
is his voice? Why everyone else is hearing his voice but me?
Oh, because
you're
on.
You can only hear him when you're not on the panel.
We break the law.
Oh, okay,
we take bulldozers into the woods and we stop the fire because government sucks at it. Okay? And then they put us on TV and call us heroes.
Oh, God.
They call
Bro's
us
got a hero
brave
complex.
men.
That's what it is. Got it.
I don't have it. I have imposter syndrome. I don't know how I got here. All I did was wake up every day and work hard. Yeah. That's all I did. And
we've
all
all
of a
done
sudden,
that. We've all done that.
Well, the Latin men are kicking the black men's asses. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you mean people that are being exploited by, you know what I'm saying, corporations in America?
How am I exploiting my Latin employees by paying them $40 an hour plus? Tell me how I'm exploiting them.
Are any of them undocumented?
How do you say They have a number that I can put into QuickBooks, and it prints out a paycheck.
Okay, so they have an
Am I gonna
ITIN.
research it?
Gotcha. So they have an
Am I-
IC. So okay,
Yeah,
so, yeah, got it. So they have
who
ICIN.
pays for their immigration attorneys?
Crazy.
Me. When they get hurt on the weekend.
So you
who pays
voted
the
for the
rapid
people
check?
who work for you to be deported. Great job. He is a sociopath. Absolutely.
But whoa.
He voted for the people that work for him to be deported.
I have one that's got a U.S. passport as of 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
because
man.
he followed all the rules. Do you realize
God.
there's rules in place for you to become documented? And most of them don't follow the rules.
Oh,
That's the problem.
Your family. The reason that you got here is because people didn't follow the rules. They raped and schmurdered and, you know what I'm saying,
Wait a
and
minute.
stole.
Let's follow it back, though. What was the... Okay, so because white people were politically and religiously
And these are supposed to be
persecuted
people
in
of God,
England,
too, remember
they
that.
risked their lives
believe in
to
no
get on
God.
a boat. How many of them died on the boat ride?
Not enough.
Okay, so of the ones that landed here and got killed from famine, not enough food, not nice natives, the ones that are left and took off in a wagon and went out west, what were they doing? Were they risking their lives for a chance at something better?
Oh, you mean like the undocumented immigrants coming here seeking asylum?
Oh, you mean like the constituents of Baltimore refused to do? Like the constituents of Detroit refused to do? Like
so
the
you're just telling me a bunch of bad
downtown
people?
underpass dwellers of Orlando, Florida refused to do? Like the homeless in LA refused to do?
What the fuck is he talking
Wait a
about?
minute.
I have
You're
no
telling me They
idea.
risked their lives. They risked their lives.
He's just rambling. This is such a waste of my time. Like, I'm about to block you at this point. Like, bro, you haven't said anything worth listening to the entire time you've been on here. Like, nothing.
I'm sorry I make too much sense for you.
You
I
don't
pointed
make
out
any
earlier
sense. There's
that
over
your
1,000
project
people watching. Nobody agrees
your
that you make
project
sense.
20
They think
your
that you're
project
nuts.
2025 is
They think you're nuts.
Actually, okay, if you follow that, then look at the people that are anti-Project 2025 and follow their careers. Joy Reid, Rocco.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with Joy Reid. Joy Reid will go and be much more successful somewhere else, I assure you. She'll
Do
be
you
fine.
realize she made $3 million a year, only touched 1.4 of it because of taxation?
Sure.
She lit it, but
Sure.
why?
She'll
Why did
be
she get to
fine.
touch 2.8?
Joy Reid will be fine. I promise you.
You think
Terry, I got your
1.5 is a
Venmo.
lot?
I don't.
I make more than Joy Reid.
We don't care. Literally, no one cares.
Okay, but
like
no
people,
one
you can
knows
make
you.
all the money in the world and still be a piece of shit.
I'll leave you with this. Your listeners.
Hey, listen, hold on. Let me tell you something really
It is way
quickly.
more important to
Let me
be
tell you something
rich
really quickly. Let
than
me tell you-
famous.
let me
These
tell you
people
something
want to
really
be
quickly.
famous to get.
No, I don't. No, I do not want to be famous.
What a weirdo, man.
Matter of fact,
Like, you
I
need
get
help,
really
bro.
fucking awkward and weird when people recognize me and like I don't know what to say. I'm like that person who's like,
Just hang up and call it
what do I do with my hands? Like I love that you guys come and say hi to me and like that. I do, but I'm also socially awkward. I don't want to be famous. That's not why we do this. We don't hold these lives because we really give a shit about listening to your fucking awful political perspectives. We do this because we're building community and we're helping people. This is a means to an end. Like if we could have audiences that would sit and talk about this stuff without talking about politics, we would, and we do that. We do that. It's not always just political discussions, right? We talk about a whole bunch of different shit. But the main purpose of this is building fucking community so we
They
can
wouldn't
help
understand that.
people.
He only cares about
But that
himself.
stupid fuck only cares about how much is in his checking account, and I hope he loses all of it.
Yeah. Fucking. I swear, these people are some of the weirdest people on the planet, man.
And he, of course, started losing his shit the second I started talking. Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
He legitimately needs to call a therapist. Unpack some of that shit. Yeah, braggarts always exaggerate. I agree. Look at him. Still in the comments. I've been on TV more times than you. Do you think I care?
Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. Why would I care? I don't care. I don't care. Literally. At all. Like, he's just the same as Joel Patrick.
What is his username? Who is it?
Always talking about
it's
what they have and how great they are.
It's the guy who used slurs.
Yeah.
What's his phone number? We're looking it up.
Oh, no, he called in from a fake number.
Oh, okay. That's why it said spam likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are fucking spam.
Pretty much. Hold on. Somebody just, I don't remember where it was. Oh, 780, I think. It was 10, right? Yes? No?
For Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Terry. Got you on the wheel. Appreciate you. Who else I don't think we got anybody else. Just
Oh my god, I hope it's not DJ Hova. That'd be so fucking funny.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He goes to fucking DJs in Belmar.
In where?
Belmar. DJs in Belmar.
Oh, for real?
Oh my god, I fucking hate that place.
This is him?
I don't know. I put in D Hova and that's what came up. DJ Hova.
No, that's in New York, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he... See, like this
Yeah,
is
that's...
Charleston.
Oh, that I don't think that's
Former
him.
king of New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't think that is.
It's probably not him. But that'd be hilarious if it was.
Yeah, he said Google him. We can't find shit. So,
Nobody knows what the fuck
as far as I'm concerned, you don't exist.
D Hova is. What's your name? Who are we Googling? Because I want to laugh. Tell me. D Hova. He's. I've been on TV more times than you. Because they showed him at like a.
Thank you, Rachel.
A panning shot for fucking. What was that show? Jersey Shore.
Like, there's not a single reputable businessman in the entirety of the United States that thinks Trump's a good business person.
No.
Not one.
Where's he at? I thought he was in the YouTube chat. Not in the YouTube chat.
Well, obviously the call line is back open. Yeah, it really is an incel call-in show. Legitimately.
I know. I'm not looking forward to when I turn on the Google calls for me. The YouTube calls. Oh my god. Erica G, if you're around, we have to connect because we're finally ready to get going. You know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. Hey, guys. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, listen. We have only 765 left. I really want to spin this wheel. Let's get this wheel spin on, y'all. Come on. What are we waiting on? There's like 1,200 people in here. Little over half of you sent $1. We can spin this wheel. Somebody could win big prizes. Big prizes. I mean, the stuff is worth, if you get it appraised right off the bat, it's already worth over $1,200. Right off the break. The print alone.
Your camera's still
worth
on.
over $1,000. I know my camera's off. It's on purpose.
I don't feel good. I don't see him. He said he wanted us to find out. He wanted me to Google him. I want to Google him.
Bro's weird.
Oh, you got on his nerves, so he left.
Thank you, Batty. We're at 750. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get through this real quick. Let's run through this so we can spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. All right, we got a lot of people in the request. Who do we got? Are they all friendlies? Do y'all mean to be here?
We got Leggett for 5.
Gotcha.
Leggett.
Got it. We're at 745.
It just said D Hova. I don't know. But they're not even in the chat anymore. I don't know if because somebody muted him or what.
Thank you, Holly. We're at 740. Wearing it down. Thank you, Summer. 730. ETT.
Mm-hmm. Leggett.
Thank you, Luz.
Carla said.
Today's your birthday? Happy birthday, Luz.
Carla said check tip jar.
I will check the tip jar here in just a moment.
Summer. Loose.
Andromeda. Another 5.
Andromeda, gotcha. Did we send out her t-shirt? Tina, gotcha. Shanika, gotcha.
No, we just got home yesterday.
Juvasia, gotcha.
I got 2 more.
What's that?
I got 2 more.
Who is it at?
Tawana, Tuwana, for 5. And the Diane B for 5.
Okay. Cody, gotcha. Cassandra, gotcha.
Oh, there was one from Lexi. And then we got Lexi S.
Lexi?
Mm-hmm.
S?
Mm-hmm.
Yolanda, gotcha. All right, let me check this tip jar really quickly. Who we got here? Thomas J, gotcha. Carla, gotcha. All right, hold on. Let me. Julie, gotcha. Sonia, gotcha. Deborah, gotcha. Lisa, gotcha. Shan, gotcha. Jesus Christ, y'all are moving too fast. Shan, gotcha. Lisa. That was you, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, hold on one second.
We got Yvonne. Okay.
The Dream, gotcha. Hold on one second. Christina, gotcha. Okay. Guys, look at that. We done ran it all the way down that fast.
Hold on, we got more.
Okay, hold on. Just let me update it so I don't lose where I'm at.
Did you include mine?
Mm-hmm.
You included the 25 I gave you already?
Yeah. Okay, where are we at?
So now we have Yvonne.
4.
5.
Okay.
Tilly.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me get back to that screen. Yvonne. Y.
Mm-hmm.
B.
O-N-N-E.
O-N-N-E. Got it.
Tilly.
No last. Well, I guess there's not going to be a bunch of Tilly. Okay, go ahead.
Doug. But he wants to put Auntie on the wheel.
Okay, Doug for Auntie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was also 5.
Got it.
Then we have Teresa, who would like to gift it to someone. Says, can you give my spin? Okay, so let's put it for Lux. Put it for Lux.
Okay.
That was 5 also. And then Juvasia for 10. 10, 20, 30. So another 30 off the wheel.
Huh?
Another 30 off the goal from those that I just gave you.
Got it.
Did you check the tip jar yet?
I did.
Okay. Because Mama Mary said that they...
Again?
I guess so. She just said it.
Okay. Where are we at? Hey guys, the chat line is back open. Let me see if I did get some PayPals. Hold on a second. Oh, I think I already did those. Yeah, Javasia and Shanika, I did those. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on, I didn't take them off. So hold on, let's see where we're at.
Oh, I somehow got kicked. I somehow got kicked.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we're down to 575.
Andromeda put another 20.
Oh shoot. Okay, 555. Hey guys, we're right there. It shouldn't take no time to get right there. A lot of y'all have done your part. Done more than your part. Did the part for some other people.
You gotta put Andromeda back on.
Look, do you see this dude? Still in the fucking... This isn't the keyboard warrior. This is a business owner, gun owner, American. I've been incarcerated. You guys are all scared. I ain't scared of shit. I grew up during the crack era. Like, this is nuts.
Bro, so I didn't give you an address. I just pointed out the geographical location, how it's low income. There's $1 million homes over here.
Christina Dar. Yeah, tons of them.
Colombiana que trabajo por su visa. Okay. Sure.
Christina, gotcha. Down to 535. Big W Christina for the $20.
Bro, I graduated college with honors. I have a BSRS, RTR, CT, MR, ARRT.
I don't even know what all those letters mean.
They mean a lot. Skip added 5 for BIP.
5 for BIP?
Mm-hmm. PPI too.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I did that earlier.
I'm not telling you where I went to school because you're not going to go look for me on LinkedIn, you fucking creepy fuck.
I'm about to turn the comments on YouTube to fucking
members
super
only.
chats only.
I still want to know who am I googling, D Hova. If you don't tell me, I'm putting you in timeout and you can't comment again. Come on.
Aaron, thank you so much. For someone else, I'm gonna put Marmar on the wheel. Thank you so much. Y'all be putting me through the most.
Jehová, no me importa. Bro's peeing is a push to start.
What the fuck does that mean?
Think about the button on your car.
Yikes. It's flat? I don't think that's a penny.
No. It doesn't. It's a medical condition. Sorry, buddy. Like, nobody really cares. I'm a high school dropout from Edgewater High School, 1998. Graduated from UF in 2005. You know, no human being.
Hey, yo, this is crazy. You're sitting on the couch. I'm running heavy equipment. Yeah, bro, you just told everybody that you're a field white.
Hey, whoever's deleting his messages, stop, please. I'm having fun. And I don't appreciate it. I asked you not to do that already. Once.
Yeah, he's super insecure. Like, bro, no one cares what you're doing. Like, I can literally build a house from the ground up. I'm not about to go outside and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, work hard for no reason. What?
Who is that?
Huh?
Who is that?
My mod.
Oh, okay. I asked him not to do that.
Do what?
To delete his messages, because I was having fun.
Oh. Well, they heard you. Oh, there it is. Where's Nikki at? Got it. Boom. Okay, got it. Cool. Sorry about. Okay, Gary, I got you. Thank you so much. For Katie Cakes. Gary sent one in for Katie Cakes.
Bro, he literally replaced my fucking floors. He said that you can't swing a hammer. He literally did all the floors in my house and fixed plumbing. Like, I don't know.
I can't swing a hammer. It's crazy.
I know, he's a fucking idiot. Who are we looking up, guy?
Like, I can literally build a whole house from the ground up. Like, nothing you're saying is impressive. No one's impressed.
Except he owns all. All right. Well, listen, here's the deal. Your next message better be to who I'm Googling. Otherwise, I'm just going to block you. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Nah, just get rid of him.
I want to know who I'm Googling.
No, get rid of him. He's not going to keep time. Stop trying to be a YouTuber. It's crazy. Like, bro, do you know how many followers I have? This is crazy. Hey, yo, it's funny as shit to me. Y'all can't see the comments, unfortunately. But there's like well over 1,000 people right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, we're not even counting all the different platforms. There's, you know what I'm saying, like so many people watching you crash out right now. Shit doesn't even make any sense.
All right, well, try again tomorrow. You're in timeout till tomorrow. Now you can't say anything at all.
Yo, I've never seen somebody so insecure and so, finding it so necessary to have to prove who they are, how important they are, in front of a bunch of people they don't know on social media.
Is he calling in again? Yeah, he is.
Watch this. Hello?
Hey, I gave
You're
you
nobody. You see how easy that is? I'm the captain now. Oh, man. I am the captain now.
Frankie sent 5 for Auntie.
Okay. I'll put her up there. Where is Auntie, by the way?
She probably sleeping.
Mary, got you again. So we're at 475. Come on, y'all. Let's clear this out. Let's get it done. Let's get her done.
Oh, hi, Dan Hovarter. Your eyes are really far apart, my friend. That's weird.
Thank you, subscriber. He just keeps calling back.
He's obsessed.
Hello.
You're still a nobody.
We don't. I wanted to say something.
Say what?
I wanted to say something.
You wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
You hung up.
I was having fun. You was having fun. I was having fun. Get back to work, Field White.
Bro, you should take your kids off the internet, though. Like, for real, for real.
He has his kids on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
There are a lot of children in that picture. I can't open the banner, though.
What else? He seems like he has abusive. You know what I'm saying?
Aw, buddy, you joined YouTube in 2011 and you only have 100 subscribers? I made this YouTube channel like 2 months ago and I have 10 times that.
He was trying to be a YouTuber. It didn't work out.
Oh. Oh, buddy.
Oh.
Oh.
Who were the other people? I don't remember the name.
That I told you?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, yikes.
Frankie, gotcha. Oh, you said for Auntie though.
Yeah.
That was it?
Yep. That's the rest of them.
You sure?
Yeah, that's the rest of them. Those are old.
Gotcha.
We'll clear them out right now.
Who, man?
If I miss yours, tell me. But I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Legit, though, it's not safe to have your kids on the internet like that. You shouldn't do that.
Please add Auntie for you. Got you, Katie. Will do.
$10 says he's going to show up in my comment section. Yeah, I still can't kick people.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about George Soros in here. People are always calling, you know what I'm saying, bringing up fucking Soros and everything. Oh, man. I swear. I wish y'all would leave that man alone. That man is literally 1 foot out the grave. 1 foot in the grave, or whatever you call it. And y'all still won't keep his name out of your mouths. Like, why y'all always want to put Soros on something? Oh, man. It was Soros. Didn't Auntie win already and then gave it away?
Gift it. Yeah, she gifted it to Bippity.
Sure did. And gave it away. Thank you, Infinite Possibilities, for the new subscription. We do appreciate you. Guys, we're at 1,011 subs. Not even 1,050. We've been on sub only the whole damn time. Nick, I don't know what your username is. So I don't know. What's your name on in Cash App? That might help me some. Because I don't know if I did or I didn't. Sorry. Apologies.
Let me see if you sent it to one of the other ones. Sorry, because I don't see it in this one. Let me look.
Nichole.
Yeah, I see. I have to check one of the other Cash Apps. Oh, my app pad is right here. Let me see. Do we not have anybody else that wants to call in?
No. Have I made it through one whole live stream without being called a bitch?
Nobody did that today?
No, I haven't being called a bitch today.
Kimberly, I also got yours. Just saw it.
I feel like I'm failing at my job.
Yeah, you're not doing it. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, NorCal Goons is a little bit.
Well, do you want to do some in the news?
Nah, I was instigating NorCal real quick.
Okay.
Said pretty hard to swing a hammer with those nails. I said I painted
Is
them.
it?
Shut the fuck up.
Is it?
No. You do a lot of things with those nails.
Sure do.
You do them well.
Yeah. I don't know why it would be hard. Like, my nails aren't long. They're the same length as most other people's. Like, they're cut down to a regular length. Why would it be hard?
I don't know. Let's see what NPR has to say. Oh man, the odds
Could
of
you imagine if somebody told Prince or any of the like 80s rock groups, it'd be real hard to pick a guitar with those nails.
Right. The odds of the city killer asteroid hitting Earth have fallen to 0.
Aww.
Oh. Sad about that.
It's ghetto. I
wanna leave.
Yes, Nicole, I got it. I see you. I'll take care of it right now. Thank you. Guys, we're down to 4:55. Like, we've been zooming through this. I know we can get through the rest. I don't know why, where all of our, you know what I'm saying, wild YouTubers at. No more,
Dan.
Hmm?
Dan.
That was Dan. That's his name?
Yeah, Dan Hovarda or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't. I never met anybody named Dan that I like.
I haven't either. Well,
Maybe
Dan
the drywall man from Roseanne, he was okay, I guess.
No,
but I never met him.
Dan that streams on TikTok that does the crab rave. He's cool. He's all right.
That does the what now?
He does the crab raves.
I don't know what that is.
It's pretty sweet. I'll see if I can show it to you.
Crab race?
Rave.
What's a crab
This
rave?
is it. This is the crab rave.
Are they dancing?
Yes.
That's crazy now.
Hold on.
Hey, guys, speaking of TikTok, there's a TikTok I want to show you. So give me a second. I'm going to cue it
Here
up
it
and
is.
put it on the screen.
Here's the crab rave. Let me skip it. Skip the intro. Here we go. Look at them. They're getting it.
Oh, my God.
Look. You never seen this?
Never. That's weird. I'm not going to lie to you.
Look at them. Little crab rave.
That's too much for me. Grace, what's going on? All right. Well, I tried to let up a bunch of people because there's a bunch of people in the request, but all right, Nicole, and then thank you, Yolanda. Bless you.
Thank you. You're down because you mute. Okay. How about this, NorCal? Call in and I will control the call. All right, I won't mute you. I'm not going to turn you down. As long as you're respectful and we can have a conversation between two adults, then we're good. You bought your house because of Dan. Okay.
Thank you, Jessica.
All right.
There's a lot of people with my last name on this in the Tough fam. There really is. Like
We got oh, that was for me. Thanks, Chelsea. But we're still gonna put Chelsea on the wheel. Can you put Chelsea on the wheel?
Okay.
They spell their name Chelsey. Because I sent a $5, so, you know. I just put it in the pot. Why did Jocelyn text me and say, guys, guess what?
What am I supposed to get?
I don't know. She's not typing yet.
Yeah. I'm afraid now, though. I'm afraid to guess.
Me too. My kidneys hurt.
All right, let me see if I can find this YouTube really quickly.
We have a phone charger. Yeah.
I mean, not YouTube. It's a TikTok. All right, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Can you
Let's get in these tiki talkies. Am I already logged in? I wonder.
Not on that profile.
I'm not?
Oh,
Yeah, I am.
Oh gosh, it's him again. I'll talk to him.
I don't think it is. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Hold on just a second. Hello?
Yo,
Hey, how's it going?
going on?
Not much. Thanks for calling in. Can you tell us your name, your age, and who you voted for?
My name is Jose. I am 23 years old and I voted for Trump.
All right. So which one of the topics do you want to discuss?
Well, first of all, let's start off with Dan. Why not?
You want to? Dan's not exactly a topic, but sure, I guess if you want to.
Yeah, we're not talking about Dan.
All right. Well, there you go. Joan says no. We're not talking about Dan.
You guys told me to call in.
Oh, you're the one who was in the chat. Listen, Dan was extremely rude. Dan does not know how to control himself. So that's why Dan was removed from here.
Well, part of being an adult is dealing with things you don't like.
No, but see,
you can't
part
really
of
just
being an adult is also having choices.
Can you let me finish
I
before
don't
you
have
cut me
to.
off? Okay, that's
I have a choice.
ironic.
I have a choice, and I
Okay.
don't have to engage in the conversation if I don't want to.
No, exactly. You don't have to.
Right.
But
That's
you
exactly
told me to call, and I was just doing my part.
So what is it
once
that
somebody
you
calls,
want to talk about
Go
that's
ahead.
not Dan? Because you were talking about painted nails and all kinds of other things. So we don't have to talk about Dan. It seems like you have some other topics you'd like to discuss. So what do you want
well,
to talk
just
about?
all the topics
Is
he
he in
was
the mid?
discussing was really spot on.
I'm sorry?
All the topics he was discussing was spot on.
No.
Why? Why do you disagree with that?
To be honest, Dan started just making it about himself, yelling about Google him and all kinds of other weird shit that I don't really care
Why are we
to,
still talking about Dan?
rehash. I don't want to talk about Dan, so what do you want to talk about? Oh, you hung up. Okay. Well,
He just wanted to talk about Dan.
he did.
Is that Dan's boyfriend?
How did Dan's testicles taste? Are they salty? Are they covered in Cheeto dust? So weird. So weird.
Bro called to talk about another man?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I told him to call in to talk about the comments that he was making. He decided that he was going to call in to talk about Dan.
Well.
Dan was probably like, you better call in right now, Jose, or I'm going to fire you. I'm going to pull your visa. I'm not going to sponsor you anymore.
He said he bought his house because of Dan.
Nothing to do with your hard work. Give Dan all
Yeah.
the credit.
Right.
Oh, she got a 96 on her Spanish quiz.
Oh, good job. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, I'm so proud of her.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna since the weirdos are gone, I'm going to attempt to pull up It's TikTok now. So give me just a second. Hold on. Before I do that, though, let me turn off the desktop audio. Okay, good. Let's try this again. Where can I find my favorites?
I don't know.
Huh? Let me just move to here.
Go to your profile. Go to your profile.
Hold on. Okay, what now?
No, don't hit that. What did you do? You're on Instagram.
What
You
now?
wanted to be on Instagram?
Okay, got it. No.
You wanted to be on Instagram?
No,
So you're on Instagram right now.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Can you stop?
They can't hear you.
Okay. Favorites?
Okay, got it.
Hmm.
Oh, this is not that account.
That's what account you're logged in on.
I know, I see that now. How do I...
More.
Log out?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second, y'all. You gotta bear with me, I'm a boomer.
Oh, look, it's me. I'm like your entire FYP everywhere. I love that. But you don't like my videos, though.
Huh, what?
What?
That's not true.
Wow.
I like them when I see them.
Clearly you see them there on your
I'm not even logged into a thing right now.
We can hear both of you. We know you can hear us, but not the screen.
Yeah, you can hear us. You can't hear the screen. Okay, profile. Favorites. Okay, here we go. Copy. All right. That's a weird place to be frozen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, hold on. All right, we're gonna go.
We're in a subwave right now. Yeah, let's get that subwave.
All right. Desktop audio back on. We're gonna go to show your source. All right. Let's see y'all.
Bro said, and there's the racist. First of all, if anything, that would be xenophobia. And second of all, he was the one who said that he pays for his employees' visas and immigration attorneys. I didn't say that one. So, you know, you might want to discuss that with your boss.
Week, you've been nervous all week, but I ain't...
All right. Oh, what the heck is this about? Oh, nope. I need my other screen back. That's what I need. Why is it showing spin the wheel? That's not what we're trying to do. Okay. All right, cool. That one's good. That one is not. Let me put it down so you guys can see it. Didn't he call them Hispanics too?
Yeah.
Swear, boy, I tell you what.
Been praying for me all week. You've been nervous all week, but I ain't afraid of the spooks that sat at the door. These runaway slaves hiding in the White House gonna throw my picture up thinking that I'm gonna be afraid. If you got real courage, don't show my picture. Show the picture of the one that fired the black Joint Chief of Staff from the military. If you gonna show a picture of the CEO of Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Amazon that does not recognize black dollars or black business. If you gonna put up a picture of the state legislators in Florida that are banning black books. If you gonna put up the picture of the one who is stealing classified information from the IRS and Social Security. If you gonna put up a picture of those that don't want your mama to pay $35 for insulin and your child to pay $35 for inhaler. If you gonna put up a picture of those that are jailing children and separating families. I ain't ever scared. In case you forgot, I'm from the west side of Baltimore. If you got a problem, pull up on me. Stokely Carmichael said, our fathers had to run, but my generation is out of breath. We ain't running no more. Yea, though I walk. And after being on the run for 26 years from Saul and Philistines, David said, my running days are over. We don't have to run anymore. You only run when you're scared. But when you walk, when you got confidence, that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Would you look at your neighbor and tell him, I ain't running nowhere. Be like a tree, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. I'm not gonna run when nobody is chasing me, but I'm gonna walk like a smooth operator. I gotta walk because I understand that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. All these other churches might not say nothing, but at 6400 Woodrow, we right outside of Decatur where it's greater. You got to understand that there is more for us than there are against us. Look at your neighbor and say, as long as we stick together, we ain't gotta run. Harriet Tubman said, whenever I tried to make our people be free, there were a few Negroes that tried to go backwards and tried to risk our freedom. I feel bad for them coons in the White House who are in there tap dancing for massa, wearing bow ties, shinning and grinding, laughing like nothing is funny. Get out of there, Negro, and stand with your people so that you understand that God is on our side.
Yo, I had to play that joint.
Joe, what was your plan? You see, if you knew anything about
Afraid of the spooks that sat at the door.
Anyways, so that's what I wanted to play for you guys. I felt like listen, y'all all know, I don't do the whole church thing. But my man said a word. So apparently, they had taken a picture of Pastor Bryant, who is the pastor of a church in Decatur, Georgia, inside of the White House, and were mocking him. because he was, speaking out against black people that voted MAGA in the previous election, in this past year's election. And so I guess they thought that they were going to troll him by putting his picture up like he was part of the crowd or what have you. And and then this was his was his response. Bro said, "Play with me if you want to."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Look, I grew up on the west side of Baltimore. Pull up on me." Oh man, I fucking love that. He said, "Pull up on me. Play with me if you want to." But yeah, I absolutely love that shit. But I do appreciate, people that are in the religious community actually speaking out about, these things, about what is going on.
Yeah.
It's important that somebody does. Like, truly. It's important that community leaders do say something. If you're going to call yourself a Christian, if you're going to say that you live by, the word of Jesus, that you are a follower of Jesus, because that's what Christian means, right? It means you're a follower of Jesus. And if you're going to say that that's who you are, then you got to actually walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And voting against humanity is certainly not walking the walk. Voting against the freedoms and liberties and the well-being and the material conditions of others is certainly not walking the walk. Joanna Shante said, "He gave a word. He still ain't shit, though." I don't disagree with you. I don't. Shit, what would Jesus do ended in like the mid-2000s? People gave up on that real fast. They was like, hold on, we got to be good people? Nah, I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, that's how they feel. In other news. What in the hell? Sorry.
What time are you gonna go get the kids?
So I'm about to leave right here in a minute.
Okay, because I have my appointment in 15 minutes.
Okay. Did anybody watch the French leader Macron, Emmanuel Macron?
Owned.
Did anybody see that?
Yes, I did, and he owned the shit out of Trump.
Listen, Trump said, well, Europe is getting paid back. Like, they're getting their money back. And Macron was like, no, actually, we gave them money. We paid the vast majority of it. And did. Europe paid the vast majority of it. And did. Europe gave the vast majority of weaponry. And did. So I just think that I think that was probably. And look, the way he tapped him, like, hey, baby boy, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
He did. He was like,
yeah, I'm gonna need you to shush. I'm gonna need you to shush. Shushies, okay? Shushies. He gentle parented the shit out of him.
He did. I love gentle parenting. It's my favorite.
But yeah, he said, Trump had said Europeans were loaning money to Ukraine. They get their money back, he added. Macron placed his hand on Trump's arm and said that Europe's Ukraine funding took the form of loans, guarantees, and grants, included real money. Real money. So, I just thought that was fucking hilarious, to be honest with you.
You want to know what else is hilarious?
Go ahead.
The YouTube chat is wild right now. And our friend is still standing for Dan and admitting that Dan's tree service evades taxes by getting paid in cash and paying people in cash.
Bro, you know that's illegal, right?
Dan, you might want to come get your employee.
Yeah, like Dan, if you're watching.
You might want to come get your guy. Because we have your
He
business.
said my boss buys me vape cartridges. This is crazy.
we know
Like, bro, are you
we know
okay?
where your business is, and we have your friend here, Jose, telling everybody that you evade taxes by getting paid in cash and paying your employees in cash. That's a big no-no, friend. The IRS doesn't like that. Oof. Yikes.
He gets paid in vape cartridges.
He's like, I make $38 an hour. Bro,
vape cartridges.
And vape cartridges. That's a pack a week, yeah.
Oh,
if you get them in the little packs.
He gets paid in carcinogens. Is crazy.
Yeah.
Man. House Speaker Mike Johnson will try against the odds to muscle a Republican budget blueprint to passage this week. A step toward delivering President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill with $4.5 trillion in tax breaks and $2 trillion in spending cuts over stiff opposition from the Democrats. So Mike Johnson is trying to get get everybody on board for this vote for the spending bill. But there's a bunch of Republicans that aren't willing to back the bill.
Did they say why? Did they?
Yep. So with almost no votes to spare in Johnson's bare bones GOP majority, the speaker's fighting on all fronts against Democrats, uneasy rank and file Republicans, skeptical GOP senators as he works to keep the package on track. Votes set for Tuesday evening are in jeopardy and the outcome is uncertain. He said, "We're going to get everyone there," Johnson of Louisiana said in an event at the start of the week, half joking that he had a prayer request involved. The package, if approved, would be a crucial part of the budget process as Trump pushes the Republicans who control Congress to approve a massive bill that would extend tax breaks, which he secured during his first term but are expiring later this year, while us also cutting spending across federal programs and services. So yeah, there's too many Republicans in both the Senate and the House that are not necessarily on board with this budget proposal.
There was like 5, right? 5 who were saying that they weren't necessarily going to vote for it.
You have to understand, like, they have their constituents to answer to, and some of them have to get reelected.
Right.
And if they pass these tax cuts that are going to ultimately harm red states the most by cutting, SNAP benefits, by cutting, Medicare, Medicaid benefits, by cutting benefits to the VA, like that's a career ender for a lot of them.
And we've seen, like, since they're not in session right now, a lot of them are holding town halls, and the people are bringing the torches and pitchforks. They are not playing around. I do want to say that I believe it was Iowa that they dragged the woman out, that private security service, under the direction of the sheriff. That private security service is no longer allowed to operate in that municipality.
Right.
They've lost their business licensure, their ability to conduct business. So that was one thing. The sheriff should, in fact, face repercussions for that. I hope that they do. But that's not on the horizon. But the town halls have been wild. Even the Republican constituents are yelling and screaming, and they're mad, and they're saying, how could you? And if you vote for these things, you're done here.
Right.
So, they hit the find out, and they're not liking what they're finding out. And I'm actually happy for them. So.
And Idaho had the potential to flip.
It did.
Because of farmers. A lot of farmers were very harmed by the last administration. I don't know. I guess we're going to see in the midterms. I told you by the time we hit the end of March that people are going to be fed the fuck up.
Yeah, you did say that. And
this is before he even got elected.
Mm-hmm.
This is before he even got elected. I said, if he's elected, by the end of the first quarter, people are going to, be fed up. They're going to be like, yo, fuck this. Because all he's going to do is start out going on a revenge tour. And then he's going to try to do the exact same things that failed the fucking first time.
Well.
And sure enough, here we are.
Yep. Oh, man, oh, man. I don't understand what they don't understand. But you know what? I think sometimes there's a larger demographic of people than I was aware of that need to find things out the hard way. I try to find things out by learning from other people's experiences,
right?
Versus, don't touch the stove; it's hot. No, the fuck, it's not.
Right.
I try not to do that.
I don't have to. Like, you don't have to convince me. If you just tell me something is bad for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna assume that it's in fact bad for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll look into it, but I'm going to go in with the assumption that it's bad for me.
Right. I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I said this before. I'll say it again. The people in Germany kind of had an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, kind of. Not really, but kind of. Like, I would have accepted an excuse from some of them.
But the thing about what's going on in Germany right now is that their political system doesn't work the same as ours. Because the party that won only won by 28, like they only won 28%, they still have to work with the other parties and like make the minority party part of the ruling party. They don't get to just be like, oh, the Republicans won and now it's Republican rule.
Right.
They actually have to incorporate them. So the other party, which is the AFD or whatever, they got 20%, and they're considered like the MAGA equivalent. They're saying that they're not going to work with them. And then the other parties below them were considered like the Democratic Party and Independents, and they're saying that they would rather work with them than work with the MAGA party. So they're trying to like push them out.
Right. Well, I mean, Marco Rubio and Elon thought that they like had a chance to win. But I mean, in terms of like the actual vote count, I think that they lost pretty handedly.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, when I was talking about Germany kind of had an excuse, I'm talking about like Germany 1930.
Previously, but it just sparked in my memory like what's going on in Germany right now, because Germany has made a far shift right as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Italy did as well. Italy has like a vocal fascist.
Right.
As the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like an actual descendant of Mussolini himself.
But Italy doesn't surprise me, because we look at all of the people who are here in the United States who are Italians and who are like first and second generation Americans who still hold such xenophobic and racist views. Like, so that Italy doesn't surprise me.
Which is so weird, because like when they came here in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, like,
they were called a whole slur because of how they came here.
The United States wasn't nice to them.
No.
They called them all, they labeled them drunks and, you know what I'm saying, like, and criminals.
Well, yeah.
Like, they talked about them terribly.
There was a whole slur that, you know, without papers, they changed it into an acronym and it became a slur. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't get it. So, like, to essentially abandon, you know, your history, your ethnicity, your culture, and accept, I guess, white supremacy, for lack of any other, you know what I'm saying, description. Just accept it. Like, yeah, I'll take some of the white supremacy.
We had this whole conversation about Italy, right? How Italy is so diverse because of all of the things that have happened with invasions and conquering and all the things that happened in Italy, right? How the fuck are you like this?
The least, yeah, that's what I was talking about the other day. Italian people are like the least pure white people in all of Europe.
Right.
By far.
But like many other...
Well, I guess Spain would probably be in that.
Close second.
In Portugal.
Yeah.
But Italy for sure.
Italy
even more.
Italy more.
Because it's right there.
But then you come here and there's that assimilation to get as close to the alabaster assholes as possible. Like, what the fuck? Why?
I think because maybe it's epigenetic, right? Because, like, think about it. The Romans wanted to control all of the free world.
So maybe it's just something that passed down.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Generation after generation.
Maybe.
It's like, yo, we just want to be in control of shit, damn it.
But imagine if you celebrated that diversity that you came from and brought that celebration of diversity here.
Right.
How things would play out.
Yeah, when people say, I'm full-blooded Italian, because that's something I used to hear.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm like, do you know what that means? That means you're just a whole butt. Like,
right.
Literally, you're mixed with everything under the sun.
Right, and that's why some people in my family from that side of the family are darker skin, brown eyes, brown hair, and then you have like my mom. My mom is fair skinned for the most part with green fucking eyes. Like, but both from Italy. All from Italy.
Right.
But we go from like people who burn thinking about the sun to people who are like me with an olive complexion and dark hair and dark eyes.
Right.
Because Italy is so diverse.
Thank you, Gigi. Like, yeah, my mom is like maybe a shade lighter than I am. And in the summer,
My mom tans a lot.
yeah, I was about to say my mom is dark.
That's why I get so dark. It's my mom.
Yeah, to be honest with you, she might very well get darker than me.
Everybody does.
I don't really tan like that, though.
No, you don't. You really
I
don't.
can be out in the sun all day and look relatively the same.
Why is the dog doing this to us right now?
I don't know.
It's awful. I gotta go.
Why?
I have my appointment.
Okay, yeah. Hey guys, we didn't get to the spin, unfortunately, which sucks.
I think I'll be back on in about an hour and a half.
Okay, I really wanted to get to the spin, but I got to go get the kids now. No Rads will come back on. I'll probably join them later, and hopefully we can get to the spin then. I'd like to spin it today. I would, guys. We made it over 1,000. We still didn't make it to 1,050. We're only at 1,020 subs. We got to get to 1,500, and we only got like 3 days to do it.
We can do it. Come on, Tough Fam.
And we still listen. I didn't restart not one time, and we still didn't get to 1 million likes.
Nope.
We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. We can get to 1 million likes. So this is what I'm gonna start. I'm gonna honestly, to be honest with you, I think this is what I'm gonna start doing from now on. Mainly because it keeps, you know what I'm saying, the shitheads out of the comments for real. But I think that I'm just gonna stay on sub only until we get to like close to 1 million likes. Because I guess it'll just encourage people to, you know, get in here and tap the screen from the jump.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'll stay on sub, off of sub only until like the first 50,000. I know I did used to do that, Paychecks. I'm serious. So I think I'm just for the first 50,000, I'll stay off sub only, and then, or for the first like 30 minutes, I'll stay off sub only, and then I'll just put a sub only, and encourage people to tap the screen.
We'll see what happens.
Because that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason in the world that other content creators who aren't really providing education, they say the same thing every single day. They're just hanging out. And they have, you know what I'm saying, 3,000 people watching their lives, like they didn't hear them say the same thing 17,000 other times day after day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Anywho.
Well, I'm out, you guys. Before
Yep.
Jones does his sign off, be good. And if you can't be good, be gay and do crimes. Love you. Bye. Well, there goes. Hey guys, listen, I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the people that have sent donations today, all the gifters, all the people on that subscribed on Twitch, the members on YouTube, our super chatters, the people who've called in. Love you all. Love every single one of you. Check on your friends. Everybody who says they're okay is not necessarily okay. Protect your peace at all costs. Oak Tree. Day 25 of 25 Black History Month shirts. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Check on your friends. Everybody who says they're okay is not necessarily okay. Protect your peace at all costs. Take care of your mental health. If you have not yet started your therapy journey, today's an amazing opportunity for you to do so. Eat as healthy as you can. Drink your water. Take whatever medication you're supposed to take. And as always, stay dangerous.